Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am Stephanie, your tarot reader, and today we have a mystery reading, and I was debating on what to call it, but I'm going to call it Mystery Reading Messages from the Heart. So whether this has to do with romance or not, whether this is just something that your heart wants to tell you, we are allowing spirit and divine intuition to come through with our oracle cards here to see what messages you need to hear right now. So this is a mystery reading, but everything will be a little bit different. I've already done all the piles, and I promise you they've all been very different or even slightly different. Some of them had similar themes and some of them didn't. So regardless, you can choose as many piles as you want because I feel like everything will have something important to tell you. But we have 6 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have Red Jasper and the Romeo and Juliette Oracle. Pile 2, we have Smoky Quartz and the Wisdom of Hafiz Oracle. Pile 3, we have a Shungite Heart and the Animal Apothecary Oracle. Pile 4, we have an Orange Calcite and the Sacred Creators Oracle. Pile 5, we have this cute Carnelian Heart and the Seed and Sickle Oracle. And pile 6, we have a selenite heart with the Prism Oracle. So take a few deep breaths, open up your heart, open up your connection to source, allow guidance to come through, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the Romeo and Juliette Oracle card deck, then we have your reading here for you about your mystery reading. So just because you chose this Red Heart Jasper and the Romeo and Juliette deck doesn't necessarily mean that this might be about romance. So for some of you, this could be the case. Because I've used this deck several times for like a love reading and have had like no romantic cards come through whatsoever. What I am seeing this though as is 2 conflicting sides of either yourself or you versus like another party, another person, a situation, something along those lines. I'm thinking of 2 things that are at war with each other, whether it's internal or external, whether it's you versus you or you versus someone else. So Red Jasper, I love because this is a stone of grounding. It's a stone of bravery as well. I remember when I was very little, I don't know why I'm thinking of this right now. I gifted my sister, my younger sister, Michelle, who I mention here every now and then. I gifted her a little teddy bear. Well, not teddy bear. It was a little carving of a Red Jasper teddy bear. And it was meant to be like a little a pendant. And I didn't think anything at the time because I was young and I didn't know my crystals back then. But like as I got older, I realized that Red Jasper meant bravery, and it made sense because I always saw her as very scared. I would always be like her safe space. There's something here about somebody being a safe space for you. Pile 1. And if my sister happens to be seeing this, hey Michelle, you're at the right reading. But regardless, we have your reading here. We're going to start with the oracle cards that you chose. I'm live shuffling everything today, and of course we're going to get more for more clarification. And then we're going to go into the tarot to see what your mystery reading is all about. If you've never been into a mystery reading, essentially we just let the cards tell us what they need to tell you. We let spirit, divine guidance, your angels, your guides come through. We have pacify, reassure, persuade, clarify, and identify. O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not. Oh, okay. Something is better than you think it is. I feel like for some of you, you're making something out to be a bigger deal than it is, or maybe a little bit more. You're worrying about something here that you don't really need to worry too much about. We also have Apothecary, forced sin, cunning, the dark side of human, my poverty, but not my will, consents. Something about a necessary evil, essentially. Like you have to do something that you don't really want to do. It doesn't even have to be a bad thing. It could just be like something that just makes you want to go, ugh, I don't want to do this. But it's nowhere near as big of a deal as you think it's going to be. In fact, this could be one of those cases where the thought of it is heavier than actually getting on with it. The thought of it is heavier than actually doing it. We have forced marriage, loss of freedom, excessive interference. Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay more, I doubt it not. Yeah, something you really don't want to do. It's not necessarily a forced marriage, but it might feel like it. You're kind of being forced to do something here that you don't want to do. So let's try and figure out what this is. I'm going to get like 2 or 3 more cards from this deck. Misunderstanding, misinterpretation, misinformation, ineffective communication. Oh, much I fear some ill unthrifty thing. Yeah, so this is due to a miscommunication. You could blame the retrogrades if there have been any, but there's been a miscommunication, and now you have to come forth and do something with somebody. Maybe have an uncomfortable conversation. Maybe you're being forced to speak to them. The way I see this, because I've actually had to do something similar, you're being forced to work with somebody that you don't want to work with. And maybe you're aware of this. It's like, oh no, I'm going to spend like my next shift with somebody that I don't want to work with, or a few hours with somebody, and it's not going to go anywhere near as bad as you think it is. Because we have rings, symbol of love, union, soul connection. How well my comfort is revived by this. I feel like you will come to an understanding, because it's kind of like you were meant to come back to clarify something. You were meant to come back to to right some wrongs. I almost said wrong some rights. I hope not, but we're definitely righting some wrongs here, because I keep hearing that you can't go on with the bitterness in your heart. You can't go on living with the toxicity that you felt came out of the situation. For a lot of you, this is a person. In fact, Romeo and Juliet makes me think of reconciling two things that are in conflict with each other. I'm going to get one more card. Banishment, severing ties, protection from further injury. Yeah, the reason you're doing this is so that you can finally gain some closure or clarity here. And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. It's like, I'm hearing a final goodbye. I'm hearing like leaving things on good terms and then not having to do anything with each other anymore. This is like a finality. There's something about finality here. And the reason you're being forced to do this is because if you try to end it a while back, it was a messy ending, or the ending didn't end well, or there's something energetic about it. I don't think it has anything to do with the 3D. It has to do with your souls. It's like coming to an understanding of what something was. Another way of seeing this is like if you had trouble gaining closure from a past relationship and you need to see this person one more time, just kind of to solidify that you made the right choice in leaving them, or that you were better off in them leaving you. This is just going to be confirmation, because I have seen this where, you know, people run into their exes and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I cried over this person when they're this way. I can't believe I was with that for this amount of time. I can't believe I settled for that. That's what I'm getting. But you will still end on good terms, because I feel like you just can't leave with this amount of toxicity here. Back of the deck, appointment, engagement, marriage proposal. Yeah, I feel like this appointment lets me know that you are understanding that this is going to happen. So whether that's because you've been getting intuitive hints that this is going to happen for this closure, or because by some odd chance you've been brought back together for some type of situation, something that's out of your control. Like maybe if you work with this person, you realize you're both going to be at the same place at the same time. Or if you have friends in common, you both know you're going to end up going to the same party, because it's not something you can really get out of. Maybe you both have a very dear friend and you made a promise to be at this thing. And I don't think anyone is expecting you to do anything here. Nobody is forcing you to do this, even though we do have the forced marriage. I see this more as the universe bringing you together to reflect on why this couldn't work out, on why this had to end, on tying up loose ends, on making peace with this situation. This is why this is happening. It's for your own good, even though you may go into this again with like some sort of heaviness, because you kind of don't want this to happen. And I don't blame you, especially if this is like an ex situation. Like, you know me, I hate ex readings. I hate anything about exes. But when it comes to this, you're going to get some clarity through this. If it's not a person, it could be going back to a certain situation, like maybe a family reunion with a family that you don't really care about. Again, out of respect for somebody else, maybe it's like a funeral, and of course you're going to pay your respects. But I feel like you have to go back to that environment to see just how far you've come. Or even like a work situation. I know I've had that happen where out of pure coincidence, I ended up moving to where my old job used to be. And I would have to frequent that place because it would be the closest place that I could go to for a certain thing. And it's odd how like the place just seemed familiar and unfamiliar at the same time, and how I realized that I was better off not being there, but at the same time paying my respects, because that place helped me pay my bills. You know, it helped me pay for things that I needed at the time and build my savings. So It's that kind of situation where you go back to something to see how far you've come. And if it's involving a person, it might be a little bit heavier than this is. Let's go ahead and get your cards though. Or sorry, I meant to say you're making this to be out more intense than it actually is. So we have some crystal cards for my pile 1 mystery reading. We have selenite, cleanse your energy field. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you will be learning to cleanse yourself of this situation. I'm hearing I cleanse my hands of this. I do feel you might do some sort of energetic cleansing either before or after, because you know you're going to be mixing with certain energies that you no longer resonate with or that you don't want them to cling on to you. We also have hematite, reality check yourself. It's odd because I almost used the hematite heart here instead of the red jasper. I just thought the red jasper would look better against the background of this. So hematite is very grounding. It's also very reflective. I feel like you're going to see some aspects of yourself within this person's or situation or place that are going to give you a bit of a reality check. It's like, wow, I no longer vibe with that. Wow, that is so not me anymore. And again, you're seeing how far you've come. Back of the deck, we have obsidian, grieve what's gone. Yeah, we're letting go of what's gone here, essentially. We're, I don't know if there's going to be grieving involved. Maybe some of you have already done your grieving. But we're definitely not giving more to this than we need to. Let's go ahead and get your cosmic oracle cards. You're going to be speaking a lot more than you thought you would, that's for sure. You may even initiate the conversation. And maybe you didn't think you were. Maybe you're typically not the person who initiates anything here. Or even if you are, you weren't going to be expecting the words that come through. So we have expansion, outer world, blossoming, and doing. Yeah, you've come a long way. You've grown a lot since this situation. You've come a long way. And I'm being told to get one more. That's number 24, for those of you for whom that number is important. We also have contraction, inner world, mending, and being. Yeah, you're definitely mending something here. And 33 is a master number, so some of you could be master number 33, which is what I have. Oh my goodness, I never noticed this. Look at the backgrounds of these two cards. If you're able to look at them, look how they mirror each other. In this card, it's like she's coming through, and in this card, it's like she's going away. It's like you're literally passing through. In fact, we have, what is this? This is Jupiter and Saturn, which I love when put together. This is like hard things. Things that are difficult, things that are heavy become a lot lighter, or you learn through them in a very easy way. We have like a very light, I was almost going to say this is the daytime, but it's actually a moon. But the moons are opposite of each other. If one is the waning moon, then the other is the waxing moon. You are literally seeing a cycle come to an end, or like a completion of a cycle or something here. You are literally looking back at yourself and wondering how you did this. Is there literally the same woman coming in and out of a situation? So yeah, I feel like completion is definitely a thing here. I'm thinking of the World card and Tarot. We'll see if that comes out within the cards when we get to the Tarot section. I'm going to get more cards. The last two for my pile 1. What wants to come through in this mystery reading? For my pile 1. Okay, 2 cards wanted to come through. We have Hestia home. Yeah, it's like maybe at one point this person, situation, place used to be your home. And now it's not, because you understand that home is found within yourself and not within anything else. Again, I'm getting a sense of completion, even a sense of comfort here. And then we have Ishtar communion. Communion. Again, 24 is coming through. Maybe this place was something important when you were 24. And we also have 22, which is another mirroring number. A lot of things are going to be reflected back at you within this situation or within this person. Communion makes me think of Holy Communion, but I'm going to read from the book just because I don't want to give it that Catholic spin on it. I grew up Catholic, and even though I'm grateful for the things it taught me, it's not really a religion I resonate with as much anymore, though I have nothing against it. It's just not for me. But from the book, we have communion, Your intimate relationship with the invisible world is being called upon right now as you enter unfamiliar environments and situations. It's time to commune with the great goddess, the aspect of the conscious universe in her most collaborative form. The world then becomes your oracle as it opens up and communicates everything you need in the form of signs, omens, and messages. Now is the time to pay attention to synchronicities and those moments when logic and reason fail to give you the full picture. Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar reminds you of the time in her ancient temples when her priestesses served as oracles, communing with the goddess and imparting wisdom to the people who sought guidance. Look at everything in your life as an opportunity for communion, losing the need for self-centeredness, connecting to source in a sacred, intimate way. Yeah, I feel like there's a feeling that this used to be home and now it's not. Now you understand that home is something else that is found within yourself. And you are learning that the universe, that the world is your home, that you can find whatever you found here anywhere and everywhere else. Like, this is not your only option, and you're very grateful for this as well. I feel like you will get an immense sense of gratitude, as well as a bit of a wake-up call. I'm not sure if anyone has had this experience where they run into their ex and realize, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was with that for so long. It's that kind of feeling. So this could literally be an ex. This could literally be a former friend for some of you. It could be a former place. Regardless, it's meant to reflect something back to you about why you couldn't stay with this or stay within this, and why you had to move on, and why you will continue to move on. So whatever this is, just let it happen. It's not going to be bad, I promise. There's nothing, I don't get a sense of hostility here. It's just kind of, you have to see this through to see how far you've come, and you're going to be glad that you did. It's going to be confirmation from the universe. That's what the communion is. It's confirmation from the universe. So let's go into the tarot to see what else wants to come through. The tarot may or may not have anything to do with what the oracles are saying, but for a lot of you, I feel like it will, just because now you're kind of concerned about what's coming through or what will come through. We are using one of my favorite decks, the Empyrean Tarot, if I can get it out. There it is. Okay, so what needs to come through for my pile 1? So there's going to be some awkward silence, that's for sure. We have the Magician. Somebody manifested this. If it wasn't you, it could have been your person or the people there. It could have been you or the people, person, place there. Maybe if you believe that places have a spirit, the spirit of that place could have called you there. That sounds a lot like the Shinto spiritual practice or religion. So maybe that could be of importance here. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Cups. Somebody's going to make you an offer because they realize that in looking at all their options, you were the best one. Yeah, whoever's calling you back, they're like, I changed my mind, we want you back, or I want you back. Somebody wants you back. And they're offering this cup of love. But we also have this Nine of Wands, like defending something here. Like, does somebody want you back without apologies? Strength reversed. Yeah. So somebody hasn't changed. Somebody hasn't changed. Because strength upright would be overcoming weaknesses, overcoming obstacles, overcoming problems. Reversed means that not quite. Because they either feel that they have to rely on you to do this. Like they literally want you to hold their hand as they fix themselves. But the truth is, you need better than this, pile 1. You've come too far from this. And even though I feel like it's going to be very tempting to go back to this, let's see what your cards are. I'm going to go ahead and let this be the situation, person, or place. And the bottom one will be you. And if you have to be honest with yourself, maybe you also manifested this, but it's coming at the wrong time, or it's coming with odd timing. Like maybe you no longer want this. Maybe once upon a time you did manifest this, but now it's like, I don't want this anymore. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. This person could have been either physically draining or financially draining, maybe both. I've seen that case where somebody just makes you sick so much that you end up going to the doctor so often and you spend time and money on that situation as well as your health. I've literally seen this where certain people, if you're with somebody and they make you very sick, it's not for you. Or if you're in a job that constantly stressed you out to the point that you were getting sick every month or every so often, again, not for you. Or if it just left your body very, like you were just always suffering from something there, it's clearly not meant for you. Let's go ahead and get more cards. We have the Two of Wands. It's like you're up for the challenge. You're like, okay, let's see what you've got to offer. I'm not saying that you're going to take them up on their offer, but you'll hear them out, because I think you're very open to hearing what people have to say. And you're very open to possibilities. We have the Five of Swords, but why am I hearing, who says this? Is it Kali Uchis or Cardi B? One of those two ladies. It's like, I forget, but I don't forgive. That's what I'm hearing. So you might be in this super defensive energy. It's like, why? Like, it doesn't matter whether you choose to be with them or what. Like, it's a no-win situation for you. And the best possible outcome for this is probably just to, yeah, Knight of Wands, to move on or to have as little to do with this as possible. It's like you'll put yourself minimally here. But the Knight of Wands is somebody who moves on quickly to the next thing or to the best thing that is there for them. They don't waste their time with something that's going to drag them down. They like speed. They like action. They like it. To them, it'll seem impulsive. To you, it's like, no, I got to move on. Yeah, we have the World reversed. It's like you needed to come to this because the closure wasn't complete. Like, I'm seeing something being downloaded and it was like at 95%, but then the computer or something shut down or the connection got lost. So it's like, oh, we got to start over again. So now we're able to go back and completely download it. It's funny when I get computer imagery for this kind of thing. So you're coming back to really gain true closure. Back of the deck, we have Eight of Wands. And for some of you, this could have been slowed down because of either... It could have been the retrogrades. I like to blame retrogrades when things are just going too slowly. But for some of you, you could have had a hard time letting go before and you did your healing. And now that this thing or person wants you back, it's like, no, I've already done my healing. What do you want? You know? What's underneath this? We have Temperance. Yeah, you've done your healing. And you feel that if you go back to this, it'll just undo the healing or cause you... more problems. Seven of Wands, you'll be in defensive energy. Hermit mode reversed. It's like they won't give you the space. It's like before they used to give you the space, but because this person, place, or thing now understands the value of you, if they have you a second time, they're going to have a harder time letting you go. So I think you understand this, or this is just, you know, the universe advising you that the second time around, they're going to try and hold on a lot more strongly than before because they understand your value. So first time around, it was easy to let go. Second time will not be so easy. So if you do decide to take a chance on this, understand it's going to become more difficult for you. It's not going to put you in easy energy. It'll bring obstacles. It will bring some sort of problem, some sort of restlessness for sure. And I don't think you want that. And you might say, well, I can put up with anything. You don't want to. You don't want to. So this is what you are being advised. And it's very clear cut. Let's get some runes just in case we want any more clarification. For my pile one, we have Canas. This is luck. This is good fortune. So maybe you're going through a lucky streak and this person wants to, oh, there it is. Fehu. Yeah, like I said, this could be financially draining. Maybe you've recently come into money and this person just kind of wants to have something to do with it. We have Algis here, friendship. They could offer you some friendship as well. I think that's the best thing you could get from this person. If you heard that, that was my stomach. I am so sorry. Take that as confirmation. Ooh, the stomach is power. This person or situation could take away some of your power. Yeah, we have constraint here. It's kind of like the best you could offer this person, place, or thing is your friendship. But even then, like personally, I don't like being friends with my exes because the few times that I have tried being friends with them have not worked out for me. And I'm not sure if that's the same for you. You can do what you like, but I do feel like you have to put up boundaries. You do have to protect yourself because this person understands the value of you now. I think it's a little too late, too little too late. And they're going to have a harder time letting you go, or they're going to try and wheedle themselves into your life somehow, even as friends. Because again, I don't know what it is that you brought to them. If it was money, good fortune, a good time, just overall good energy, maybe some of you had something to offer this person and they were using you. And that's not fair to you because I don't think you were receiving the same in return. Or if you were, it wasn't worth the drainage or worth whatever it was costing you here, pile one. So this is just confirmation of that. Let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice because this is pretty clear cut. I feel like you will know what this is. For those of you who have manifested this person, I'm saying this with so much love. Maybe you're gonna wish you hadn't. Or if you do, like I said, the most positive thing you can get out of this, if it's not a friendship, it's seeing how far you've come. It's seeing how much you no longer want this. And sometimes we need that. We need to see that for ourselves. Like, oh, I'm so glad I left this. Or I'm so glad this person left me. If this person left you. It's like, of course they miss you. Of course they want you back. Did they not realize that the first time around? We're going to get some messages from my homemade oracle. These are just postcards that I wrote random messages on. For my pile 1, we have this one. I cannot help but love you. Yeah, this person really, really adores you, or this place adores you. Maybe you're the same way. Maybe you can't help but love this person, but it's like, is it worth it? Like, you can love somebody and not love anything else that comes with them, whether it's their situation, their energy. For some of them, it could have been their family or their friend group, something about them that just I don't know. I feel like this person either refused to grow with you or refused to understand how draining they were to you. We also have the times when we rest in stillness can be the times of greatest progress. This is the rune Isa. I feel like for some of you, you might have to take some time by yourself. Maybe the only reason you give in would be to fill this loneliness you may have, but I'm hearing not to do that. Go ahead and embrace that hermit energy. And we have this last one. Intuition equals truth. If they can't offer you the truth, your intuition will, is what I'm hearing. If they can't offer you the truth, intuition will. And back of the decks, I happen to see it. I'll see you again. Yeah, I feel like you and this person or situation keep manifesting each other. So this will not be the last time you run into them. The closure will be there for sure. Like whatever was meant to, if there was anything left hanging, or like if there was any feeling that this wasn't over, I feel like it's true to an extent because they will keep trying to manifest you, or you will keep running into them. Like I said, if it's family, there's going to be inevitable reasons why you would have to see them again. If it was a friend circle, again, you might just have be really close friends with somebody that you can't help but like see at least once a year or something like that. So yeah, and for some of you, you might decide to be friends online. Like I'm seeing somebody who only wants to be Facebook friends and that's all you keep them as, just to, check up on them every now and then. Or maybe they want to check up on you every now and then. Let's get more cards, the angel numbers. I've been obsessed with my angel numbers lately, so what do we got for my pile 1? We have 222. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and action. I am balanced. Yeah, you're working on your balance. You're working on yourself. You're working on all the good things that maybe this, because for some of you, this situation left you unbalanced. So you're having to go back and truly realign with your purpose or realign with yourself. I feel like this could have taken you off course for some time. So you are working on your balance. In fact, if this whole situation, if the friendship itself doesn't leave you balanced, then you don't want it. Because I feel like some of you are going to be open to a friendship, but it's going to be like a very loose friendship. I literally mean like you're not going to talk to them every day. You're not going to talk to them every week. You're not even going to care. You're just going to be cordial with them when you have to run into them. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and look at your Pokemon cards. The Pokami Omikuji. I think this is Windmill Art Studios. I leave the links in the description. I love their decks. This is so cute. Okay, we have, is this oh my god, what's his name? Graveler? A fanatic is one whom redoubles efforts when they've forgotten their aim. Yeah, somebody here is fanatical about something. Somebody here doesn't see how wrong they are, so instead they like hold on more strongly to their wrongness as opposed to like seeing the other side of the argument. This person is very stubborn. Let's get another card. We have, who is this? Whirlpool or Polywhirl? Polywhirl. But there's somebody else here, isn't it? What dog is that? I don't know. Do not draw lines you intend to erase. Yeah. I'm being told that maybe some of you had tried setting boundaries before and then you like undid the boundaries because you were like, okay, whatever. Make sure you are drawing lines that you are going to keep, because some of you, or maybe it was this person themselves, there's something about boundaries that are being blurred or undoing your boundaries for the sake of this person, because there is or was some love there, but now it's like, no, make sure you stand firm with your boundaries with this person. But this is where I leave it, pile 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose the smoky quartz art and the wisdom of Hafiz oracle, then we have your reading here for you. Which I'm not sure what I'm going to call this yet. I intended this to be a mystery reading, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to call it that, but if the themes keep being a certain way, I may end up calling it that. So I don't know what the title of this is yet. I'm doing the piles first, and then I'm going to go back and do the intro. I was just called to do a reading with oracles and see what comes through. So let's see what comes through for you, pile 2. Because I'm sensing a theme already just based off the first pile, but this one might be different. So for my pile 2, and if you've never been to a mystery reading, the way it works is we don't really have a question, and we don't always have a theme. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but we're just basically getting cards to see what your higher guidance wants you to know. I should mention I am recording this at 2 a.m. because I'm having one of my weird bouts of insomnia, which have been happening a lot more lately. It's been a long time since I've been insomniac. So for my pile 2, we have patience, number 20. And there's this beautiful lotus. It's funny because I was drawing lotuses. I like to doodle. I like to doodle at work sometimes, and I was drawing lotuses for like the past 2 days. And lotuses, they come from they start in dirt, you know. They come from like an ugly place, and they become these beautiful flowers that you wouldn't know their origins. So maybe some of you are having patience with yourself. We also have take the opportunity, 34. We have relax. I'm hearing Micah's relax, take it easy. We also have move forward. I feel like there's a theme here. It's like have patience, relax, and then move forward and take the opportunity. So for some of you, you're being advised to not worry so much and just keep progressing forward. Like, don't worry about what's to come. Don't worry about what's next. Don't even worry about your next step. Just keep going. You will learn as you go. You will find things out as you go. We also have befriend pleasure, 22. So this is very straightforward. I feel like a lot of you have been worrying a lot about either a situation, a person, a thing, whatever this is. You've been in an energy of, I'm hearing, overstimulating yourself with worry. There's nothing wrong with worry. There's nothing wrong about focusing on the future and, having plans and whatever. But at this moment, you're being advised to just keep progressing forward, keep moving forward. Don't look back. I'm hearing don't worry about the past. If the past is important, it will come back through. With befriend pleasure, and I'm not sure if any of you have ever heard like any of Abraham Hicks, but she's always talking about or Abraham is always talking through Esther about focusing on the now, focusing on feeling good, focusing on what feels amazing right now. I feel like a lot of you could stand to have more fun or to just be in the moment. I'm hearing that the present is all we have, and the present is all there is. And if you focus on the present, then the future will show itself. If you focus on the present, then the things of the past, if they are important, will show themselves. It's like if you choose to be in the now, then everything that you need will come forward in the way that it is meant to come through. Back of the deck, we have Embrace friendship. So for some of you, if you were thinking about a person, I'm hearing to embrace friendship more than anything. This would include a past person. This would include an ex. This would include a crush. Whatever the situation is, embrace friendship. We're not talking about if for some of you, you are thinking of romantic themes. Friendship is more important right now, whether you want that to be the case or not. And this hurts. Look, personally, me, Stephanie, coming through, this hurts me because I am not the kind of person who befriends an ex. I do not like friendship. To me, friendships and romance are two very different things. I've always said it's harder to be my friend than it is to have me as a romantic partner. It's harder to be my friend. Ask any of my friends. I have like 3 of them. But for this particular reading, tapping back into spirit, friendship is important, at least right now, at least whatever the situation is. If you're not thinking about anything romantic, I am thinking that you should rely on your friends a little bit more, maybe reach out to them, maybe ask for their advice. And I feel like a lot of them would actually really appreciate this. I feel like friends love to give their 2 cents, you know? Friends love to tell you, well, one, they like to remind you who you are in the most loving way possible. And I'm talking about good friends. You know who your good friends are, and you know who your, not so good friends are, or who your friends of convenience are. So you will be very discerning about this. I think intuitively we all know who's good for us and who isn't. But with friends, I feel like you have to really, don't be afraid to reach out to them. Don't be afraid to ask for their help or ask for their input here. Definitely focus on them more. And if you're talking about like a romance situation, because that's where I thought this reading was headed, do embrace the friendship. If this is something that is not, unhealthy, if this is a relationship where it didn't end up being toxic, embrace the friendship. For some of you, I'm hearing your ex wants to be your friend. Take that as it resonates. What's underneath this? We have create. Yeah, for some of you, you're in your creative phase. Don't be afraid to, and you know what I like about creation? It forces us to be in the present. It forces us to be in the present. I am getting the weirdest download, and it's a little bit 18 plus, but I'm thinking of physical intimacy and how certain people, either they like get hooked on it or they might have a fear of physical intimacy. It's because it forces them to be in the present. It forces them to be in the now. And some people don't like to be in the present. Some people are so stuck in the past, or some people are too busy thinking about the future, that if they're forced to be in the present, it kind of puts them in a weird way that they are uncomfortable. So I'm not sure if this is you or if this is somebody you're thinking about, but there's something about the present moment. It takes a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of willpower to be in the present. I'm saying this as somebody who's had that kind of struggle at some point in my life. So there's something about focusing on the now. And maybe this is why I was being called to do this at like this weird hour. It's like I couldn't fall asleep, because falling asleep, I'm thinking of the future, like, oh, I need to be rested for tomorrow. Or I would sit there and think about the past and be like, oh, did I do this and that? So yeah, I got up and did a reading, because when I do readings, I'm being forced to be in the present because I'm channeling energy. So for some of you, you could be being called to be a little bit more spiritual. If you do any sort of meditation or have a spiritual practice, I feel like you're being called to do this in times of when you when you have trouble focusing on the present or staying in the present moment. I'm also seeing exercise and yoga to some extent, but only if you know you have a good relationship with it. I know not everybody does, because some people, when they work out, they think of the future. They're like, oh, I want to look like this. This is what I'm aiming for. Or maybe even the past, I'm thinking of like getting a revenge body. If you can do something that forces you to be in the present, like creating, then this would be very beneficial. I used to do watercoloring, so maybe for some of you, it could be an art. For some of you, it could be something that, again, you need to focus on what's in front of you right now. So let's go ahead and get more cards. I feel like I've already expressed that in several ways. So for my pile 2, what else do they need to know right now? What's coming through in this mystery reading? Again, if the title is something different, please have patience with me. I'm not sure if the themes are going to be all the same here. We have onyx. Find light in the darkness. It's just another way of saying, when you don't know what's going on, just move forward. Look for the light and head that way. Look for the light and head that way. We also have iolite. Calibrate your inner compass. Yeah, your inner compass is calibrated by focusing on the present moment. and focusing on the light. For some of you, I feel like you're being called to a lot of meditation, or even for some of you who are into energy cleansing, you could be, or energy healing, you could be called to that. Back of the deck, we have Crystal Cola. Honor your experiences. If you do have to look back on the past for whatever reason, you're being asked to do so with a very neutral mindset. And this is the biggest key to spirituality that I feel nobody ever talks about. Neutrality will get you anywhere. To be able to look at something without giving it a negative or a positive feeling, to be able to look at something very, very indiscriminately, to look at it very neutral, to look at it, we talk about the lens of love, but I'm being more, at least in this reading for my pile twos, you're being asked to be very neutral, to like take your emotions out of it for the moment, to take your thoughts even. Don't give anything a positive or a negative feeling. I'm thinking of Libra energy right now. Just take everything in as it is and allow it to be what it is. Look at everything through a very neutral lens. And that's hard to do. I know that was very hard for me to do because no one ever really explained it to me. And I realized because a lot of my mentors had like strong Libra placements. I don't have that. I have it in the 7th house, but there's nothing there. So being able to look at something very neutrally will help you out right now. Let's go ahead and get more cards for you though, because this is becoming a very interesting reading. For some of you, this could have to do with a relationship. Like you have to look at a relationship very neutrally. Even if it was, and I hate saying this, you do not have to take this, but even if it was toxic on the onset, you have to look at it neutrally because there's something there to teach you something. Or this person, I have trouble with this advice that comes through sometimes because I don't want it to sound like you need to be putting up with negative stuff. You do not have to be putting up with things that hurt you. But people do have the possibility to grow and change. And I feel especially for those of you who, for example, have like have a child with a person, you have to believe that they're able to grow and change for the sake of your child. Or if I don't know, there's something here about grace coming through. Let's go ahead and get your goddess cards though. For my pile 2, what wants to come through? We have Nyx, secrets. Not everything has been revealed to you yet. And part of the reason you have to stay neutral, part of the reason you have to stay in the present moment, it's so that when these secrets that want to come through, you're able to take them a lot better. Because you don't want to be reactive when you hear these things. I'm not sure how pivotal this information will be, but you have to be in a neutral setting. We also have, okay, this one wanted to pop out. Morrigan, Death and Magic. I take this card to resonate with both the Magician and the Death card. So somebody is going through a transformation, and this is why, one, you have to make sure you are a friend. You are a friend. You have to be a friend because somebody might be going through something, and it would be what somebody needs right now is a friend, is what I'm hearing. What somebody needs right now is somebody who is able to look at them, well, one, through that neutral lens that I was talking about earlier, and also to have the patience and be relaxed. This could also be you. Maybe some of you are going through this pile too. But for a lot of you, you're going to be seeing this in somebody. Somebody who I feel like whoever you're thinking about, you definitely used to be very close to, or you were one of the few people that they could come to. So take this as it resonates. And then for the Cosmos Oracle deck, we have restoration, gentleness, recharge, and enjoyment. Yeah, we have befriend pleasure here again. For some of you, how do I say this? Sorry, I'm trying to censor it because there's nudity here. But there's also 2 people, and not all of the cards in this particular deck have 2 people. Restoration, and we have like 2 girls here just hanging out, having fun. So I feel like, yes, embrace your friendship, especially those of people with whom you identify with, like the ones that are non-romantic. But restoration, recharge, and enjoyment, you could end up having a friendly moment with somebody from your past, or somebody that you used to for a lot of you, I don't know why I'm getting this. Like, this is like somebody who you used to have a relationship with or something similar, and you're about to have like a very friendly experience with them or a very friendly conversation, something about recharge and restore. This is somebody who you would be surprised to find a lot of energy coming from. Like, I feel like you both really did a lot for each other, and for whatever reason you're no longer with now. And I'm not saying this is a reconciliation. This is more like you're gonna have either a conversation or an encounter with them where you're going to benefit. Like, I'm seeing for some of you, you might decide to catch up at a bar or a cafe or something. You have a conversation, and it enlightens you, essentially. It humbles you, it enlightens you. But this is why you have to stay in the present moment. If you look at the past too much, you might want to slip into those feelings of, oh, we should have worked things out. You're not being asked to think about that. You're being asked to think about the present moment. I have to sit for this because the message coming through is very, like, I don't want you to take it the wrong way, pile 2. And maybe this person doesn't want you to either. We also have earth element, body belongings, and midhaven, number 4. So yeah, staying grounded would benefit you right now. Make sure you stay grounded because, like I said, I feel like you're about to have a conversation and or an encounter with somebody who used to mean a lot to you. This could be somebody who was always a friend and is still a friend, and or this could be somebody who used to be like a lover or a romantic person, but now they just want to be friends. And I feel like, one, staying in the present moment will help you with this. Don't look back at the past and don't look to the future with this person, because all they need you for right now is the present. I feel like they could be going through something. Maybe you're going through something as well. Either or both. Maybe you mirror each other in this way. I feel like with moving forward, it's more like this is kind of like something you needed to understand and or know to move forward. For some of you, you could be moving forward with this person, again, like I said, but in a way that transforms you. The secret card is the biggest thing here, though, because I feel like someone's about to reveal something to you that you weren't expecting, and or death and magic. We have the magician and transformation. So this will transform you. I feel like it'll actually give you some sort of power knowing whatever is about to be revealed. It'll give you some sort of power knowing whatever this person is about to tell you, or whatever comes through of this conversation, because they really want to have, I feel like they want to have this conversation with you, but they don't want you to take it the wrong way. They don't want you to think that it's them wanting to get back together with you, and they don't want you to think that they're, well, for some of you there could be a future, but they don't want you to focus on that. Like, the future is unimportant. This person really likes to talk about the present moment. This person gives me an energy of like being in the now, being in the moment. And whoever this is, their heart is very locked up. Their heart is very locked up, and this is why they come to you. I feel like they felt a sense of restoration. They felt a sense of restoration with you. I feel like I said, you're one of the few people that they can feel this way with. So you're just going to have to hear them out. But like I said, keep the friendship there, keep the neutrality there. And when I'm hearing when they drop this bomb of a revelation, make sure you're there to be a friend. They don't want you to judge. Or maybe if they know you're going to judge, they may ask you not to. I feel like this person knows you well enough that they would ask you to have patience with them. That's why that was the first card to come through, have patience. What's underneath Chrysocolla? We have selenite. Cleanse your energy field. Make sure you detach and decord after this. Make sure you don't stay attached to this person. Sometimes, and people don't do this intentionally, sometimes when we get around somebody, they want to like hook themselves onto you because that's how they know how to it's just what people do. We do that ourselves. Even spiritual people will do that. So we have to make sure we are mindful of decording. What's underneath this one though? We have abundance, gratitude, manifesting, and trust. So, oh wow, okay, gratitude, manifesting, and trust. This person has been trying to manifest you with gratitude and honor your experiences. Yeah, I feel like this person has a lot of, they're very grateful for the experience they had with you, because allowed them to reveal a part of themselves to themselves that they weren't aware of. Like, this is very much about somebody else. This is very much about somebody wanting to come through. They're definitely manifesting you, because Morgan would be somebody who manifests. And this could be at night as well, because like I said, it is 2 a.m. when I am recording this, because I am having trouble sleeping. And the night sky, I feel like you could talk to them at night, you could meet up with them at night, whatever the situation is. Let's go ahead and get your runes to see what else wants to come through for you, pile 2. And then we'll go into the tarot to see how this will go. So we have Raido, a journey. Somebody could be going somewhere. Somebody could travel to meet you, or you could be traveling. Somebody could be going away, and this is why they need to do this. We also have Hagalas, disruption. There was definitely a disrupt in this particular connection. And I'm being told, well, look how this rune looks like an N, and then we have Nyx. So the disruption is a secret. They didn't want to tell you what came between either the both of you, or what came between the connection, or what was going on. I feel like somebody is going to be very honest here, because for a lot of you, you're manifesting honesty, and this person can't help but like fall in line. We also have Ingus, or Inguas, however it's pronounced. This is a fertility rune, and I associate fertility with creativity as well. So for some of you, yeah, staying in the present moment, staying in the now. I'm not saying that some of you, like, if this, like I said, if this is somebody romantic, something about your intimacy is going to be brought to the surface. And again, for some of you, you could have children with this person. That would make sense as well. And then what else? We have Canas luck. Oh, okay. Maybe somebody hasn't had the best luck recently. I think they want to talk about their karma. I'm gonna be very honest. If they did any wrong to you, pile 2, I feel like they feel that their karma has to do with you and how they treated you. Because this person does have a sense of morals. I don't know how how good that sense is, but they do have a sense of morals. Depending on who this is. But yeah, I feel like Raido can also be a journey of the soul, a journey of the heart. Sometimes I see Raido as a come to God moment. At least that's how I'm being told to interpret it at this moment. Because the runes are important to me. The reason I've been learning runes is because Odin is one of my, he's one of my main gods. I had a spiritual experience, and he's the one who gave the people his runes. That's how the myth goes. So I'm being told to interpret Raido as a spiritual journey. Maybe this person is having something similar. I mean, my Odin thing wasn't really a come to God moment, but it was the first time I saw very visually, very clearly like a deity within meditation. Maybe this person has something similar where they clearly saw something, if not in meditation, then in a moment of clarity, a moment of like either spiritual, or I'm hearing sobriety. Like for some of you, this person is just done with an old pattern. I feel like a lot of you are going to get like an apology of some sort, or somebody wants to do right by you. So this is why, again, you have to remain neutral, and you have to be open to friendship, because I think this person is really coming to you for your own sake. For your own sake here. Some of you may have manifested this, though, unintentionally or intentionally, depending on the situation. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. This reading so far has been very interesting. Because I'll be honest, sometimes I get into these readings and I think I'm just like babbling and talking nonsense. Because when I'm channeling, I am just a vessel for communication. Maybe this person will feel similar and they're not aware that they're channeling. So, like I said, have patience with them. They're talking from both the heart and from spirit, because they're being stirred to do so. So for my pile 2, I guess I'll do the same thing I did, because pile 1 had a similar theme, but not entirely. So let's go ahead and do your cards. If you want to see it as A and B, we can, but I kind of just want to do it more free form. Let the cards say what they need to say. And likewise, pile 2, you may just need to let this individual say what they need to say. Okay, we have 9 of Wands. Defenses are coming down. Somebody is tired of fighting. Also, we have Athena here, goddess of wisdom. Yeah, wisdom is coming through for them, and they're not used to it. Odin is also a god of wisdom. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay, we have 3 nines. 9 could be a significant number. This person could be a life path 9. If so, that means that they have like a lot of people around them. They're very social. They may also seek a lot of they may seek attention, because I know a lot of people who are life path 9s, and these people are so social. They know somebody for everybody. They're always on their phone. Like, everybody just, like, people love them and they love people. So I feel like this person is very social. It might be hard to escape this person, not gonna lie, because they would be the kind of person who wants to keep you around. Maybe all they are offering here is friendship as well. But there's something about a wish fulfillment, something about having everything they want physically, but also their defense is coming down. We have the Ace of Pentacles. They want a new start, but something more practical and something that's going to be a little bit more fulfilling. Like I said, friendship here. Start with friendship. We also have 8 of Cups reversed, which is interesting. I wasn't really reading reversals for this, but 8 of Cups upright is leaving a situation behind. I feel like they have regrets of leaving you the way, either leaving you the way they left you, or leaving this behind in general. Because with 9 of Cups, you made them very happy. With 9 of Cups, you were a wish fulfillment that I don't think they were even looking for. What I like about the 9 of Cups is, like, as opposed to the 10 of Cups, where it's everything you wanted because that's what you worked hard for and that's what you manifested. 9 of Cups is that which you weren't expecting. 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment that is just that, you know? You don't expect all of your wishes to be fulfilled, but the fact that one was, it's like, it's a pleasant surprise. That's how I take that card, and that's why I sometimes like it a little bit more than the 10 of Cups. Let's get more cards. We have 8 of Swords. They didn't realize what was going on. Either they were blind to some aspect of themselves or some aspect of you, or they didn't realize what they put you through. For some of you, I'm seeing this 9 of Wands as you. Like, you're letting your guard down. I wonder if the secret is actually you, pile 2. I wonder if the secret here is that this person kind of put you in all sorts of mental or emotional spaces that you weren't aware of. And I feel like if this person knew, because for a lot of you, this person didn't know, they would have treated you differently, or they would have done something else, because I don't think they ever intended to hurt you. And I don't think they ever intended to be anything more than at least a friend to you. That's not going to be for everybody, but that message is coming through very strongly. We also have the 3 of Cups. Yeah, like, they really just want to have fun with you again. They miss you, essentially. They miss you. For some of you, this could be a friend. It's not all going to be romantic. So I could easily see this being a friend who maybe did something hurtful without realizing it. Let's clarify more. We have the 6 of Wands. It's funny how we have all these positive cards here, and yet there's like the undertone of a heartbreak. So if there was a heartbreak, somebody here was not aware of it, or somebody like took a separation harder than they realized. This could be you and or them. Let's get the last 2 cards. We have the Seeker of Swords. This is the Page of Swords. Yeah, communication wasn't handled the best here. Communication was not handled the best, at least from the last time you saw this person. I don't think it will be this case, because can I get a clarifier for the Page of Swords? How will this go? 3 of Swords. Yeah, because somebody was a little too hurt by this. It's like, you know, when you're in an emotional space and you can't communicate well, that's what I'm feeling here. Like, this is what happened. Somebody didn't communicate the fact that they were hurt, and now that's about to come to the light. We also have the 2 of Cups. I do see a reconciliation of some sort. I do see you two being on good terms with each other again. And back of the deck, we have the Sun. Somebody needed this. This feels like a closure reading, and it's annoying because, well, maybe not annoying. I have already done a closure reading, and it should be posted. By the time you see this, that should be posted. I might link it in the description. But it seems like somebody here wants to be on better terms again. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, because they work. I feel like for some of you, this person has been in your life, if not for a long time, then long enough that they understand like the significance of you or this connection. Because I'm seeing all these positive cards. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 6 of Wands, the Ace of the 2. Like, there's all this joy, but somebody here, it's kind of like you're holding back from a lot of positivity. Maybe you're not used to ending on good terms with somebody, and this is kind of like spirit saying, well, why don't you? Why don't you end on good terms with this person? They could end up being useful in the future. Or if you already have a history with this person, because for some of you this does feel like a parent of a child, like it would be so much benefit, it would be much more beneficial for your own child to be friends with their other parent, you know? It's like that kind of situation. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. Like, this is just what spirit is saying, because like literally throughout the whole oracles, I felt a little uncomfortable because I feel like this is something that not everybody wants to hear. Open yourself up to friendship to some of these people. And I'm not saying that if they were like, if the hurt they caused was intentional, this is not for you. This is unintentional hurt that they've caused. This is the unintentional hurt that they've caused. If this is somebody who never wanted to hurt you to begin with, but didn't realize the consequences of their actions when it came to you, well, one, they deserve to know that. I feel like if they understood and or knew that, they would be very different with you. And it could be the other way around. Maybe they're going to be the ones telling you how much this hurt them or how much this has affected them. And I feel like, again, you're going to be very open to what's going on. This is either or. Like, if this doesn't sound like you, pile 2, it could be them coming through letting you know that this separation hurt them a lot more than you realize. And I don't think it was ever your intent to make them feel that way. This is definitely a reconciliation of something where somebody wasn't aware what was going on, because the 8 of Cups talks about moving on emotionally, but it's like somebody here couldn't, because not everything was revealed, not everything was spoken in a way that made sense to everybody. And I think that's where the heartbreak lies, in the lack of communication and the lack of understanding here, and the lack of understanding. And I'm not here to feed delusions of, oh, you will get back together. This is not that at all. This is not that at all. This is just coming to an understanding that somebody here is honoring what you both had. And I feel like for some of you, this might be an apology for things that they were not even aware of. I'm getting very emotional throughout this entire reading, so I feel like for some of you guys, it's going to be a very strong heart-to-heart. Yeah. But overall, it's also very bittersweet. Like, the feeling is very bittersweet. I've also been like ridiculously emotional in my readings lately. So, and if you've noticed this, my beautiful viewers, thank you for having patience with me. I am not used to being this emotional when it comes to reading tarot, but it's odd. It's odd. That's for sure. Like, I'm not used to that at all. That's one thing I am learning through this channel, is how to channel emotions and not, you know, and not get carried away with it. But yeah, I feel like this is all that had to be said. Is there anything else that wants to come through here, Spirit? Make sure, I feel like you used to have a lot of fun with this person, so if they ask you to do something fun afterwards, go ahead and take that out. Because I'm hearing there's a cathartic experience in sharing joy and in having a few laughs with this person. So don't be afraid to let loose with this person in this particular instance. So, yeah. Beautiful energy here. Let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice and anything else that wants to come through in this mystery reading. I might call this like unexpected things in connections, in a connection, something like that. Because pile 1 had something similar, but not quite. Like, it was a different theme, a different tone. Because for some of you, this isn't romantic. For some of you, this could be like a friend, like a friend that you are no longer friends with. So let's go ahead and get advice cards. This is going to be my oracle. I took a bunch of postcards and wrote messages on them for my pile 2. Oh, these are pretty. Whatever you choose, you will be fine. Trust. So whatever the situation is here, pile 2, whether you choose to remain friends with this person or not, whether you choose to move forward with this person or not, you will be fine, because you're very divinely protected. And I don't want you to be stuck on any fears, Because what the universe is saying is that things will work out for you regardless. So don't let yourself be bogged down by fear or the promises of something here or there. Like, don't worry about that. This is why you have to stay in the present moment. For some of you, you've been going to tarot readings a little bit too much to worry about the future, to focus on whether something will be good for you or not. That wouldn't matter if you focused on the present, is what I'm hearing. It's weird when I get messages that contradict either what I believe or what I am doing sometimes, but they have to be said, pile 2. Let's go ahead and get another one. We have these mushrooms. Nature holds answers for you. Don't be afraid to seek them. Just ask. So yeah, some of you could benefit from going out in nature a little bit more. I know I always get clarity when I do like a nature walk or go hiking or I'm just outside. And with don't be afraid to seek answers, I'm hearing, again, if you want to phone a friend, like a friend that is not this one or something along those lines, don't be afraid to do so. Because they will know. You know how when you see your friend with somebody romantically or friendship wise, when you see them with somebody else and you notice their energy is different, whether that's good or bad, I feel like you need people's perspectives because they'll be able to tell you whether you were in a good space or a bad space when you were with this person. So again, you have to remain neutral, and I feel like friends will be able to tell you whether something is good for you or not. And I'm talking about the friends that you know you through and through, friends that only have good intentions for you. Because for some of you, you have friends that have their own agenda and want to see you with certain types of people. And then you have the friends that really do know you to your core, to your very heart, and they'll be able to tell you whether somebody was actually good for you or not. Because I'm getting 2 different sets of friends for some of you. Some of you have friends that only wanted to see you with certain people because it benefited them, which is odd. But then some of you have really good friends who actually understood you. Maybe you have like 1 and 1. I don't know. Okay, let's get one more card from this because I kind of love this right now. Okay, we have this one. I shine my light the strongest when I am truly myself. Yeah, something about being honest will actually help you clear some energy here, oddly enough. Oh, that's what that is. So this whole situation is coming about because you're cleansing something here that you didn't realize you were doing. Sometimes when the truth is revealed, like you're able to let go of a heaviness that was there. Sometimes the heaviness that you feel is actually somebody's energy, which is odd because I was getting that this morning. Out of nowhere, sometimes I will just get a wave of feeling that I know is not me. Like this morning, I was getting super anxious out of nowhere. I was minding my business, editing a video, and suddenly I got anxious. And I was like, I haven't spoken to anybody today. I haven't done anything. I literally just woke up, had breakfast, and went to editing a video. So I had to sit with myself. And I understood who it was. Like, I understood the energy. Sometimes when you get used to energy, you speak in energy and you know whose it is. So I sat there with myself and I was like, I know who this is. And I had the feeling... yeah, I just knew who it was. I'm not going to get more into it. But for some of you, you're clearing an energy. And sometimes I'll have a conversation with somebody and that conversation like clears that. It's odd. When you speak energy, life is just so different. It's a language not everybody comprehends, though I do wish everybody would. That is my wish for humankind, to understand energy. We have 23. You have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure and to be lived to the fullest. I am adventurous. So somebody here could be 23, or the age of 23 could be important. The 23rd of a month could also be important here. With adventurous, I feel like I said, there's something about having fun, about moving forward, about being true to yourself and everything along those lines. Let's get... what other cards am I using here? But yeah, something about having fun is going to be very pivotal for you, pile 2. Sorry if you noticed a cut there, pile 2. I just had to attend to something. But yeah, don't be afraid. For some of you, you could be meeting this person outside in nature, and that's going to be something very pivotal. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and... if you're not meeting them outside, I feel like you could be outside on the phone with them, and that's going to help you out. It's a shame I'm not recording this during the day, because during the day, like, nature will give me signs whenever I'm recording things, because I record this next to a window, usually for the natural lighting. but like the trees and the sky and the light will give me an indication of like what's to come. But right now it's like the night sky. Maybe you'll be talking to them at night outside. I don't know. All right, let's get your Pokemon cards. We have, you're not always right. Your job is to be less wrong. You're not always right. Your job is to be less wrong. Something that you assumed or something that you thought was going on, it's not, well, I'm not sure if you were wrong about it. I feel like you were just seeing it differently or you were taking it the wrong way. Because your intuition, I think for a moment it was compromised here. Or maybe, I'm not sure. It's like, I think your intuition is telling you something different from what you're seeing. And you have to kind of go with that for the moment. At least when it comes to this person and or situation. We also have, don't let being the best excuse all the actions to get there. So yeah, I feel like okay, this could be them. Don't let being the best excuse all the actions to get there. They were trying to be something amazing. They were trying to do something here, but their actions may have been not the best toward you, or they were not thinking, they were being inconsiderate, essentially. They were being inconsiderate here. I'm being told to get one more. And then we have, do not draw lines you intend to erase. There's something about boundaries here. So for some of you, you are resetting boundaries with this person, or if you do draw boundaries, it's like make sure you think them thoroughly, because I'm hearing for some of you that if you really want to let this person go, you can. But that may or may not be the best for you. It all depends on what the situation is here. And then back at the decks, I'm being called to do so. A fanatic is one whom redoubles efforts when they've forgotten their aim. What is your aim, pile 2? I think you need to understand what your aim is for this whole situation. Do you want to make peace with it, or do you just want to forget? Is what I'm hearing. And I feel like you need to set intentions for this. Also, if you don't know what the aim is, just aim for neutrality and the purpose of this will show itself. But this is where I leave you, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm sending both love to you and your person and a lot of light and clarity. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the Animal Apothecary Oracle deck, then we have your reading here for you about, I'm not sure what yet. I'm going to title this Mystery Oracle reading. And the past 2 piles have had some sort of similar meaning, so I might name this something completely different whenever you see the title card. But you also chose shungite. You also chose shungite here. And it's kind of funny because right before I did this reading, there was something about protecting my energy very strongly. Like I sprayed Florida water on me. I did sage, which I hadn't done in quite a moment. I do try to cleanse between readings, but that doesn't always happen. I just kind of bring light. But this time I really had to emphasize the protection, because for some of you, you might be dealing with outside energies. Like people are either draining you more easily than usual, or people are I'm seeing people wanting to latch on to your energy, because either you are going into a season where people are really noticing you and your light, and they kind of just, want a little bit more of that, which who can blame them? You have an amazing aura, you have an amazing light, pile 3. And or you might just be dealing with a very draining situation. It all depends on what's going on here. But let's go ahead and look at your oracles. Shungite is a very protective stone. It's between this and black tourmaline for me whenever I want to protect myself. Sometimes I do both. I think shungite is a little bit more calming, like it's more transmutive, and black tourmaline is just like protective. So depending on which one you like, let's go ahead and see what the oracles have in store for you. I'm hearing, what am I hearing? I'm hearing Chappelle Rowan's Good Luck Babe. But that song has been stuck in my head for like the past week, so I'm not sure if it applies to this. We have service, number 14, with this cute little service dog. So some of you might be of service. This is definitely my group of healers, like people who just enjoy helping people, being of service. And even if you don't like to do either of those things, I feel like your energy is just that of wanting to be of service to the world with your own energy, with the light that you bring into a room. Because even as I'm channeling this, it's like I feel the room getting lighter and lighter, like energy is being transmuted. So there's something about transmutation here. This is an ability that you have, whether you are aware of this or not, pile 3. We also have just trust here, number 32. We also have transformation. Yeah, there's that transmutation that I was talking about, number 42. We have prayer answered with this amazing little buffalo. I love buffalo. I love bison. They're one of my animals because I'm a Taurus, but you do not have to be a Taurus to claim this animal, and I'll explain why in a moment. Let's get one last card. Attract through glow, number 18. Like I said, some of you are attracting people with your light, with your energy, with whatever it is that you have to offer. People are just being drawn to it. And I think this is why you have to really set up those boundaries, why you really have to protect your energy and protect yourself, because you're going to be calling in a lot more people, especially if you're going into the public eye, or if you're going into some sort of environment where people are going to notice you more. They're just going to want to get to know you. They're going to want to talk to you. There's just like a lot of wanting your attention. And you might be somebody who, with attention, you feel a little bit more depleted over time. Some people, they gain energy from attention. I feel like you, pile 3, you're the opposite. So there's something here about setting boundaries. Back of the deck, we have opportunity. And it's so interesting because here's this woodpecker knocking on a door, and there's a bee here, almost like it's trying to get to the bee. And you're the bee here because you're full of sweetness, pile 3. But the reason I like the buffalo so much is because I think of the myth of Buffalo Woman, how she teaches her people to use every part of the buffalo, from the hide to the meat to the bones, so that nothing is wasted. I feel like here you're being asked to be very resourceful with your time management, your resources, and your resource management. So it's kind of like not to put you in an energy of being controlling or over worrying, but you really have to be mindful of how much time you spend on certain things, or even how many resources you spend on certain people. Some of you are going to want to overgive, and that's what I'm getting the most out of this, is that some of you are overgivers, or just givers in general, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we all love people like that, but the problem is here, there are certain people that don't know when to stop taking, and that's what you really have to look out for, pile 3. Whether this is to do with money, for a lot of you, it's actually going to be your attention that you are overgiving, and some people are just taking and taking. So do beware whenever you are done having an interaction with a person. How do you feel? Do you feel depleted? Do you feel like they have given you more? Was there a fair exchange? Because even if they deplete your energy, did they give you something else in return that wasn't just, a sense of feeling great? Like, was it something that you needed? I like to think of jobs, for example, or work situations. We give a lot of time to our jobs, but we get compensated with money. And you have to ask yourself whether it's worth it or not. For a lot of people, it is. Like, they make good money, but they also put in a lot. But also make sure to recharge. So I'm getting the sense that some of you are learning to set up boundaries within every aspect of your life, not just with people, but with other situations as well. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards, though. For my pile 3. I also really love this deck, the Animal Apothecary deck. Some of you could be going through a transformation, of course, where you are learning to be able to put up with people and how much they demand of you, believe it or not. We have Green Aventurine. Thank your lucky stars. Yeah, some of you are going to get very lucky soon. Because you're attracting so many people, you're also attracting the right kind of people. Like, yeah, you're going to attract the flies, but then you're also going to attract the butterflies. So it's not just, it's like you're going to have to sift through the quality of either people. If it's not people, it could be things as well. You're going to have to sift through the quality of what you are attracting to make sure you are getting exactly what you need. We also have smoky quartz. Put your own oxygen mask on first. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself first here, pile 3, make sure you are tending to your needs. Make sure you put up that boundary. Let's say everybody wants you at a party. I feel like some of you, you're going to go into a season where you're going to be invited to a lot of things, especially because as I'm recording this, we are heading into the holiday season. Well, some places are heading into the holiday season, and the holidays, everybody's got a party. There's all these holidays to celebrate during the winter time. There's like end of year things as well. Make sure you are taking care of yourself first. Make sure you are getting the rest you need, the nourishment you need, the alone time you need, if that is what you need to recharge. Take care of yourself first. But smoky quartz is also a crystal of abundance. In fact, both of these are. Like I said, abundance doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be you attracting certain things. I mentioned this in a previous reading, and I forget which one it was, but I was talking about how I think it was a monthly reading, like whatever you were putting in, you would get like twice of that much back. And this happened to me literally. I feel the need to share this story where I went to a certain store and I bought something, and there was a promotion going on that, you know, if you bought a certain amount, then you would get a free gift. So I got the free gift because I spent that certain amount, and of all things, that free gift was the exact thing that I bought. So I literally doubled whatever I bought, and I got like, you know, it was basically buy one get one, but it was at random, so there was no way I could know what was in that, you know, extra gift. So I feel like some of you, you're gonna get multiples of something here. And hopefully that's money. I always thought it was going to be money because money is easy to multiply, but for some of you, it could be physical things. So let's say you buy a tarot deck and you end up getting 3 for some reason when you only bought 1 or paid for 1. It's something along those lines. Okay, let's get one more card from here because I'm feeling lucky. Bloodstone. Break with sweat to get it done. Some of you, you're going to put in the work here. Or you've already done the work and you're just reaping the rewards, which makes sense. If you have already done the work, and you will know who you are because you will feel it in your bones, you will feel it in your blood. You will get the results of that because you've worked really hard for this. Not only that, but your belief that you can do it is attracting it. Your belief that you deserve it is attracting it. I was going to say high vibration, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a high vibration because I know a lot of low vibrational people who attract a lot of things into their life, even good things, you know. Let's go ahead and get your goddess cards from my pile of 3. What do they need to know right now in this mystery reading? We have Spider Woman, co-creation. You're creating things right now. You are creating things, or you are creating the environment to bring things in. And I feel like I love that. It's like if you're not actually creating something, you are learning to create something. And you're definitely weaving your web of prosperity. You're weaving your web of whatever it is that you need to catch the flies. I keep saying flies. I'm sorry. That's a gross metaphor. But you're catching the things you need in your net. We also have Shakti, transformation. We have transformation here twice. Some of you, you're not going to be the same person you were before. You're going to change so much that people are not going to recognize you, or they're not going to understand how you got from point A to point B. And I feel like it's going to be very shocking to some people, but the people who really knew you, the people who understood your grit, your determination, and your true essence, they will know that that was what you were meant for. And you will know who these people are because these are the people who always told you that they knew you were meant for something better. They knew you were meant for something good. So for the majority of people that know you, you're going to shock them. But then those few handful of people who always believed in you, they're going to be like, I always knew pile 3 would get there. I always knew pile 3 would get there. And I hope you don't forget them because I feel like they're going to be people that you really look back on and be grateful that they saw within you that which you couldn't see yourself. So let's go ahead and get one last card. We have Scald the Future. Oh, okay. I need to read for her because she came up earlier. I was on the internet just doing random research and I meant to click her link and I forgot right before, or I meant to Google her. Something. I meant to look her up, and I love that she's coming through right now because there's clearly a message here that I need to share of hers. So this is the Goddess Power Oracle. A beautiful oracle. And I want to say she is Norse. But also there's a progression of 40s here. We have 42, 46, 47, 49. So for those of you in your 40s, this is especially true, but you do not have to be of that age. Yeah, she is a Norse goddess. As you set your intentions for the life you desire, the Norse goddess Skuld comes to show you glimpses of your future. You experience these magical journey markers as flashes of insight and moments of inspiration, like an echo of something that exists in another dimension. It's fun when things turn out exactly as you predicted, but remember that the essence of your intention means more than its form. So some of you have been kind of prophetizing this for a while, whether it was through your dreams or whether it was because this is something that you always saw yourself doing. You knew this would happen. And it wouldn't surprise me if you started feeling a lot more psychic, even if you typically aren't, because things are just working out the way you always thought they would. It's like, let's say when you were younger, you always knew you were going to live somewhere, and then suddenly it happens. Like suddenly out of nowhere, you find all the right resources, you find every door open for you to get to that point. Or you always knew you would end up, with a certain person. And you didn't know how, you didn't question it, you just always knew. And then bam, suddenly you're engaged to them. It's like that kind of situation here, pile 3. You do not have to worry about how you're going to get there. It's just going to happen for you. It's going to be effortless. You're literally going to wake up one day and just be there. Because, like I said, you've already done the work. Some of you could have been manifesting. Some of you could have been doing, what's it called? Timeline jumping or quantum leaps, whatever it's called. And quite literally, you're there. Because the beautiful thing about time is that it does flash before our eyes, but it can also be a beautiful thing. Some people only seem to think of it as, oh, time goes before our eyes. Like 1 minute you're young and then you're old. Yeah, but it can also work in other ways, because I feel like that really does happen. One day you wake up and suddenly you're 10 years younger than you realize. But it could also be the other way around. One day you wake up and suddenly you have, $1 million in your bank account. You don't question it. You just always knew it would get there because you were saving, because you made the right investments, etc. It's that kind of mentality here, and I'm truly loving it. Let's get one last card from the Cosmic Oracle. So thank you, Skald. Is her other name Scaldi? I don't remember, but the Norse gods have been calling me a lot. The Norse and Egyptian gods, which is weird because they're two very different environments, two very different mentalities. Kind of, sort of. They were both obsessed with death, but in different ways. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and get your Cosmic Oracle card. We have freedom. So for those of you who have been asking for financial freedom, it's coming. But even if it's not, you are obtaining some sort of freedom here. We have revolution, renewal, and independence. Yeah, I feel like some of you are finally being set free of a particular either mindset or way of living that you were just tired of. Or maybe for some of you, this could have been like a relationship or something. But for a lot of you, it's really a mentality that allowed you to want to be in that relationship. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't see how expansive your world is. You didn't see all the options available to you. So you kept thinking that, oh, this is the only way this can happen. This is the only life for me. This is the only way I can make this kind of living. No, it's going to be so much bigger than that. And for some of you, I say relationship because sometimes, when you look back and you thought, oh, that's the only person for me. But then 10 years later down the line, you end up with someone so much better looking, who does a lot more for you, who loves you a lot more than that person. It's like that mentality. One day you wake up and suddenly you're so much happier than you used to be. One day you wake up and suddenly you have all the things you never thought you would, but like that small part of you always did. That small part of you is your intuition. It's your guides, it's your angels, your ancestors, whatever you want to call them. I use all those words interchangeably because it's really a team of people, on the other side that are trying to help you out to allow you to live your best life, to let you live your best life. They're working in beautiful synchronicity here. I truly love this energy for you, Pile 3. Let's go ahead and get your runes. And I forget which one are Skald's runes. So if you happen to know this, then you can go ahead and let me know. I have 3 different Norse runic symbol books, and they're all very different. One is like a modern version, and one is a more traditional version. And then one is just like a quick, simple keyword version. So we have Raido, which is journey. Yeah, this is definitely a journey of the soul. For some of you though, you might literally be traveling. Maybe you had to literally leave your environment in order to live this kind of life. We also have, oh, I love this. This is Tewa's victory. Yeah, this feels like you are achieving everything you always thought you would. You are achieving everything that you've always wanted. We have Kanas with luck. Yeah, this is amazing luck, honestly. This is amazing luck, knowing that things will work out in your favor. And then we have the blank rune, which is a rune of destiny, letting you know that you are very capable of creating whatever it is that you want. This is manifestation at its finest. This is you calling in all the things you always knew you would. This is you and that younger, more spirited version of you who always knew you could go for everything. You know, when you're a child and you believe the sky is the limit, that you can become anything and everything you want. You know, when you're a child, you grow up wanting to be like a celebrity because it never occurs to you that it's easy to be that. That's what I'm getting for some of you. You are reverting back to that mentality. And what a beautiful mentality to have, because when you have that kind of mentality, the sky truly is the limit. Like, you can do whatever you set your mind to, regardless of whatever people tell you or regardless of what their circumstances may be. I mean, it's truly beautiful. I'm thinking of a Cinderella moment for some of you. One day you're sitting in rags, but it's like Cinderella wasn't always a little maid that her stepmother forced her to be. She grew up in wealth. Her father gave her that. And then suddenly this woman took it away from her. But Cinderella always knew she would get back to that, if not better, because she ended up marrying a prince. So that's what I'm seeing. You got to remember, at one point, Cinderella knew she would be destined for greatness. She wasn't always just, a simple maid. And I feel like all of us are born that way. All of us are born with like a glorious purpose, or like a sense of knowing that we are beautiful light beings just meant to live a happy life. Everybody is entitled to a beautiful, happy life. Everybody. But of course, the ways we get there and the ways we self-sabotage and all that guck and muck that we tend to, I guess, go through in life will kind of distract us from it. But yeah, I'm loving this energy. Let's go ahead and move on to the tarot, though, just to see what else is coming through for you, pile 3. This is very different from the previous 2 piles. The previous 2 piles were definitely dealing with relationships, and maybe some of you are here because of a relationship, and you're wondering how this plays here. Because like I said, I don't know what the title of this reading is yet. I just know it's a mystery reading. So for my pile 3, we're going to use the... What tarot deck was I using? This one. Sometimes I go days between recording these piles because that's just how my schedule is. So I apologize in advance. For my pile 3, what do they need to know within this mystery reading? We have the 8 of Wands. Yeah, like I said, quick action. This will happen so fast. Literally, you blink and suddenly you're in the life you want. We have Seeker of Globes reversed. So some of you were kind of doubting whether the seeds that you planted would ever come into fruition or not. You have the Ace of Swords, but the problem wasn't the seeds you were sowing, or sorry, the seeds you were planting. It was the mentality. It's like the method to allow them to grow. Like some of you were overwatering, some of you were not watering enough, some of you kept looking at it every day, and if you look at a seed every day, it's gonna feel so slow to grow. You have to let it be. You have to let it do its thing. We also have the Seeker of Daggers. Yeah, it's a new mentality you are adopting. And because of this, you are quite literally, what's that saying? Your mind is what you make it. Like whatever you think is what your thoughts are your reality. Something along those lines. And your thoughts are shifting. Your thoughts are changing. So your reality has no choice but to change. We also have the 6 of Pentacles. Am I supposed to take this reversed? Yes. So... and the reason it's changing is because you were pouring so much into something that wasn't giving enough back to you. You were, quite honestly, I feel like some of you enjoyed the imbalance for whatever reason. I'm not sure if it's because this is just the way you were always taught, or because you are, like I said, a lot of you are givers and you like to overgive, or you like to just... I don't know what it is, but some of you kind of lived in that mentality that you had to give more than you received. And that's not fair to you, because you're always meant to receive just as much as you give. There is a balance to this life. It's that yin and yang. It's the temperance card. Things have to be in balance. And for some of you, it's kind of funny. As soon as you stopped worrying, as soon as you stopped giving, as soon as you sat back and quite literally became that Empress energy that we talk about a lot in these tarot readings, things just came to you. Things just came to you. And maybe some of you were fighting it a little bit. It's like, I'm doing absolutely nothing. Why am I getting everything I want? That's how it's supposed to be, pile 3. That's how it's supposed to be. It's like, let's take the the analogy of relationships. Like maybe you finally just stop trying to go after somebody, or you stop trying to look for somebody, and you're just minding your business, and suddenly the most perfect person shows up. They are everything you look for in terms of looks, in terms of personality, in terms of how, you know, they cater to your love languages and how they accept your love. Like quite literally somebody who just checks all your boxes, and all you had to do was stop caring, stop trying, and this person pursues you. This person does everything for you. It's that mentality. And some of you might think this is hard to believe, this isn't true. You're gonna have to fight yourself a little bit here, because you are undoing several lifetimes, for some of you, several lifetimes of a mentality that made you feel that you didn't deserve it, or that you had to do more. In fact, some of you are going to become very, very genuine with yourselves. There's a reason I didn't do my nails for this particular reason, even though I typically like to do them. I almost didn't do this reading because I forgot to paint my nails. But here's the thing, I'm hearing come as you are, because however you are, wherever you are right now, currently, pile 3, is the perfect way for you to receive exactly what you want. The only thing you have to let down, the only thing you have to let go of is that mentality that you don't deserve it. And I know that is easier said than done, but there's something here about letting go and allowing things to come to you, and they will come to you in such perfect timing, and it's such a perfect package, in perfect everything. Perfect everything. I absolutely love this energy for you. Let's go ahead and get clarifiers. I'm not sure if I did clarifiers in the previous piles. Like I said, it's been a moment, so forgive me if there's any inconsistencies within these readings. So for my pile 3, what else do they need to know? We have the King of Pentacles. This is ultimate stability, whether it's financial or just within your life or even health. You are getting everything you need, and it's going to be long lasting. It's kind of like you're taking this little page of Pentacles that is reversed, and the King of Pentacles upright is kind of showing it exactly. This is you looking back at your younger self and thinking, remember when we thought we couldn't do this? Well, look at us now. Remember when you thought you couldn't be anything that you wanted to be? Remember when somebody said you couldn't do this? Well, look at us now. That's what I'm seeing. You are showing it to your haters, to your doubters, exactly what it is that you are capable of doing now. And it's really beautiful. It is the ultimate glow up. It is the ultimate comeback story for you, pile 3. We also have the King of Cups. Sorry, the Knight of Cups. But he's not too far from the King of Cups, is he? I feel like for a lot of you, again, you are attracting a lot of people. And I'm not just talking about romantically. I'm talking about in terms of friends, in terms of people who want to get to know you, in terms of clients. For some of you, you're attracting more than people. You're attracting beauty. You're attracting money. You're attracting a good life. I feel like things are just happening for you. Because yes, the Knight of Cups is a night of romance, but romance doesn't have to be strictly romantic. It could be like a romance as in the love and the beauty of life. This is what I'm seeing for you, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We have the Empress reversed. Well, like I said, some of you are resisting this Empress energy. You are resisting it so hard. Like pile 3, I love you so much. Pile 3, I love you so much. Just sit back and let the world unfold for you. Sit back and let the world show you how beautiful things can be when you just let go. And it might feel like you stopped caring for a moment. It might feel like you're quote letting yourself go. It's kind of like, I don't like this analogy, but I'm being told to show this because this is kind of what happens sometimes when you work out so much because you want a perfect body. But the truth is your body has always been perfect. So you continue to work out, but you don't go as hard anymore. So you're no longer as sore and you're no longer as tired, but you're working out enough just to maintain your body healthy and wonderful looking. That's what I'm seeing for some of you. I don't know why that analogy wanted to come through. That's not to say that you have to work out less or more. That's not what I'm saying. That's just an analogy. I love you so much, pile 3. I feel like you've been doing too much. If you even cut back a smidge, just a little bit, you will gain everything that you want. Let's go ahead and get more cards. A 10 of Swords. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is actually going to come after a period of feeling like either you've lost everything, or that you just could not go on, or that there's an apathy here for some of you. There is a sense of apathy. This might come, again, and apathy is a sense of not caring. I don't think it's so strong that it might be a problem. It's more like because you are in this apathetic kind of mentality that you stopped caring, and because you stopped caring, suddenly everything shows up. So let's get the last card. We have, The Wheel of Fortune, fate. How am I meant to take this? I guess any which way, because the wheel likes to keep turning. So this is all fated. Like, you were meant to burn out at some point. Well, one, because the universe knows how you are, pile 3. They know that you are a go-getter. You always like to do. So you were meant to burn out at some point so that you could finally sit back. It's like, you know how some people have a hard time relaxing, so then they either get sick or something happens to their body, so they're forced to sit at home and relax and contemplate on their lives. That's a little bit of what I'm seeing here. But in this case, you were burnt out. For a lot of you, it was mentally and or emotionally. You were burnt out mentally or emotionally, and because you did this, literally everything started happening for you. It's like you couldn't be bothered to care, so suddenly because you let it go in the back of your head, things started coming through. And this was meant to happen this way. I'm hearing it's always darkest before dawn, or like what's the thing about the storm, the eye of the storm. That's what I'm seeing. Like, some of you were going through the storm and you finally got to the eye, and it's like, oh, it's so beautiful and peaceful here. You know, you just had to go through so much, and spirit wishes it wasn't this way. But for a lot of you, you're just, I love you so much, pile 3. You can be a bit stubborn, and or you just have a lot of energy. Like, I get it. Some people have a lot of energy. They have a hard time calming down. I'm doing this reading right now because I could not go to sleep. Like, this should be called my Insomniac series, because I think this whole reading I have not been able to sleep. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. There are particular conversations you're going to be having either around the time that you watch this or a little bit after that are going to be so pivotal. If you're watching this like right after a Mercury retrograde or during a Mercury retrograde, I need you to know, wait until after the retrograde, because the conversations you're going to have then are going to be very pivotal whenever you watch this. This is meant to be a timeless reading, but it just happens to be right after Mercury retrograde when I'm recording this. And I've actually seen this mirrored in my life, where I've been having very interesting conversations with people that I typically don't have, or that I would never have thought of having. It's like me releasing a lot of truths that just felt natural to be released. And it's kind of odd, because I'm seeing a divide between people who are owning up to their truth and people who are choosing to maintain. I'm not saying that they're just keeping their truths, let's just put it that way, or deciding to distort it, or deciding to do whatever they want with their own truth. The ones who are being honest will progress forward. The ones who are not will keep being stuck in this cycle of like the wheels turning. Yeah. The wheel keeps turning. Like, it's being in a cycle that is meant to be broken. Some people just like to ride the merry-go-round. You're breaking this. You're getting off that merry-go-round and you're about to go ride something else. You're about to go ride something else. I'm hearing Space Mountain for some of you, for my Disney people. Okay, what's underneath that? We have the Four of Wands. This has been a delayed gratification, or a delayed, whatever it's called. Yeah, is that what it's called? Delayed gratification. Because it's like you were always meant to have this. And maybe some of you could have had this sooner, but there were just things in the way, or maybe you just really, really felt that you had to go through something else, or maybe like some of you, this is like you're on your way from point A to point B, but you decide to take a detour, or you decide to go stop and do something else. And there's no problem there. You needed that side quest, but you're moving forward, and this was always meant for you, whatever this is, whatever it is that you're thinking about, pile 3. But beautiful energy, beautiful energy. We are breaking cycles. We are seeing things differently. We are learning to pour back into ourselves and just letting shit go. We are learning to let stuff go. And it's going to feel like apathy. For some of you, letting go feels like apathy. Embrace it. Embrace it and watch what happens. Embrace it and watch what happens. For some of you, if you were thinking of a love connection, I love to share this story. There have been certain instances in my life where I let go of people, and quite literally the world opened up for me within the week. There was one particular ex that as soon as I let him go, I had like 3 job offers in that week. I'm not joking, like 3 interviews. And I took the one job that would eventually lead me to what I do now, which would lead me to the house I have. It's a chain of events. Life is a chain of events, right? I'm being told to start with the Pokemon cards for you, pile 3. So let's go there. For my pile 3. Oh, we have Gengar. We have, let me make sure that it's in the shot. Well, it's a little dark, so I'm sorry if you can't see. Within all of us is someone we do not know. Yeah, there's someone you don't know yet within yourself, pile 3. And you're about to get to know this person. And I think this person is going to amaze you. I'm not saying that they're going to be better or worse than who you are right now, but they're going to be so different that you kind of wonder, where has this person been all my life? You know, you're going to wonder, where has this side of me, where has this version of me been all my life? And then let's get one more. We have, who is this? Matcha. It just says don't. If some of you needed like some sort of confirmation whether you should do something or not, it says don't. But I'm also taking this as don't do anything, don't worry about it, just don't. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Sit back, relax, and allow life to unfold for you. Let things happen for you. Let things happen. Just let it go. If you have to be in an apathetic state, then so be it. I think I say this as a water moon. People with water moons care so much that as soon as we stop caring, we just feel like we're apathetic. But the truth is, no, it's normal to just not put all of your feelings into something. And I have to remind myself of that. This is why I love people with moons in like air signs or fire signs, because they know when to let go. But moon in water signs, we put emotions into everything, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There are times when it calls for this, but you just gotta let go. Let's go ahead and get, this is my handmade oracle. These are just postcards with things that I've written on them. So let's get 3 from here, starting with this cactus. Speak with the kind of voice that you need to get your message across. For some of you, your voice may change, and for some of you, you might start speaking differently. For example, when I started this channel, I started getting louder and I started speaking a lot more clearly. And even I've noticed that my quality of voice has changed. And that has kind of come in conjunction with certain things that I've been doing in my personal life as well. Like I needed to be a better communicator because the things I was about to do called for me to be a better communicator. Not only that, but I kind of forgot that I have Mercury in the 1st house. So that's going to be somebody who communicates very well, or whose goal in life, like somebody who loves to express themselves verbally, whether that's through the written word or the spoken word. Also somebody who loves languages. Like I love to speak multiple languages. I love to learn multiple languages. Let's go ahead and get another card. We have these, are these cherry blossoms? They're so pretty. The slowdown is part of the process. Smell the roses. Yeah, for some of you, life needed to slow down, or life needed to be a certain way because it was all part of the process. Like I said, this is all fate at play. Things were meant to happen this way. Things were meant to slow down so that you could focus on yourself and so that things could happen in the way that they needed to. And then we have this one. You've unlocked something. Yes, this is what I feel like this whole reading is about. You've unlocked something you're not even aware of, but you have, and it's happening for you. And it's gonna be so beautiful here, pile 3. Let's get your last cards, the angel number cards. And I'm only gonna pick one from here. We have 3, and this is pile 3. It's funny, I feel like every time I use these cards, the number 3 pile always gets 3s. I'm not sure if that's been a pattern lately. Maybe if you've noticed this and you click all the 3s, this might be a thing. But we have I am charismatic. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. Yeah, this is kind of like the 3rd house in astrology of communication. This is also... maybe somebody here is a life path 3, or somebody with a life path 3 could be very important to you, but your charisma is going to show through. Like I said, you're attracting people with your light, and you could see your light as your charisma or your riz for some of you, for my Gen Z people who use that kind of verbiage. But yeah, I feel like beautiful things are in store for you, pile 3, and I'm just very happy for you. If you want to share in the comments below, you can. Or if you would like to claim this energy, you can do that as well. I am claiming it for you. Heck, I'm claiming it for myself. But this is where I leave you, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the orange calcite, then we have your reading here for you. Your mystery reading, because I'm still not sure what I am going to call this particular reading. I just know I was called to do some oracle card readings and let things come through. And if you've never done a mystery reading with me, the way it works is we don't really have a theme, we don't really have a question, we just use the cards to see what comes through, to see what messages are coming through from the universe, from your guides, etc. So let's go ahead and get your cards. I forget who sings this. It's a Mexican song, specifically. Is it America Sierra and, oh, what's their name? The But the song is called Besos al aire, and basically it means kisses to the wind, kisses to the air. It's about somebody who was there one day and wasn't the next, or somebody, I don't know. It's about missing somebody essentially. And I forget how the rest of the song goes. It's one of those songs that I just dance to and kind of don't really listen to the lyrics because the lyrics are sad, but the song is it's a bop. So there's something here about somebody that isn't there anymore, whether you are missing them or they are missing you. Let's go ahead and get your cards though. We have Rise, 57. We have You Are Epic. We have Sacred Mirror. Okay, so this is confirmation that this is somebody coming through. Whether this is a spirit guide, whether this is somebody you know, it could be the higher self of somebody that you had on your mind, or it could be somebody who is no longer with us in the physical realm. So it all depends on how you are viewing this. Let's get more cards. We have Fearless Expression, number 55. Yeah, there's some mirroring here with 33 and 55. Raw Intention, 22. Oh, okay. More confirmation. A lot of mirroring numbers here. I feel like this person that you are thinking about really mirrors you. Let's get one more. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream, 51. Whoever this is, they really believe in you or believed in you. Let's stay in the present tense. I feel like even if you don't speak to them anymore or if they are no longer with you, they very much believe in you. Back of the deck, we have fall in love with your own story. Whoever this person is, they want you to focus on you. And I get this sometimes, even in like romantic readings where I will try to channel the energy of somebody, but that person's higher self instead wants the viewer to focus on themselves, which comes through very often. And I feel like that happens more and more often than usual because sometimes we tend to obsess over other people or what people may be thinking about us or what the next steps with certain people are. And in this case, this person could be somebody like that, but they also want you to understand the magnificence of your soul, the magnificence of everything you are. We have Rise, You Are Epic, Fearless Expression, Raw Intention, Ambush Your Fear with Ferocious Dream. Whoever this person is, they really want you to go after the things that you want because they know that you can do it. They believe in you. They believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And I feel like sometimes that's all we need, you know? We need somebody to believe in us more than we believe in ourselves because you have something amazing to offer the world, or you have some sort of talent or ability that they themselves know and understand that is going to be able to help other people. Whoever this is, they're very proud of you. Absolutely proud. They absolutely know that you can do it. They absolutely know that whatever it is that you set your mind to, that you will be able to accomplish exactly what you want. So if you're here wondering whether something is going to happen for you or not, this person wants you to believe in yourself because they know you can do it. With falling in love with your own story, this person really wants you to focus on yourself. Whatever your story is, romanticize it. Whatever you're going through, make sure you see it through the lens of love. You know how sometimes we watch like a film that is sad or a film that is like about a subject matter that isn't the greatest, but the whole point of movies is to make something ugly seem beautiful. That's what I'm seeing. If you need to romanticize even the worst parts of your life, I feel like you, and by romanticize, I mean see them through a lens of like, see them in the most uplifting way possible is what I mean by that. I feel like this would really help. There's something about your mindset or even the way you are looking back at certain memories. Because like I said, that song that was coming through in the opening is about something from the past, somebody who isn't there anymore. If you look back at that and take only the good out of it, or focus on the good, or even if it was bad, to at least, you know, gain the wisdom from whatever bad happened, it will really help something within your future. It will help something within you right now. You can rewrite your own story if you feel the need to do so. After all, you are the narrator, and you can be any kind of narrator you want within your story. For example, I'm not sure who this person is. It's going to be different for everybody. For some of you, like I said, this could be somebody that is no longer with us, and it could be somebody who loves you very much on the other side. And for some of you, this could be a person you either used to be really close with, like a friend, or maybe a former lover, or something along those lines, maybe a family member. I'm hearing "Don't Look Back in Anger," and that's a line from an Oasis song. I think that's what it's called, "Don't Look Back in Anger." There's something about also no regrets, because now I'm hearing Lamom, what's her name? Edith Piaf. Edith Piaf. No, je ne regrette rien. So there's something about no regrets. If you have to look back, make sure you look back with as much love as you can, because right now you need to focus on you and focus on all the amazing things that you are. I feel like, you know what, for some of you, this really is somebody who maybe in the past hurt you, and they know they have no business telling you this, but they are proud of you and they want you to keep going. They want you to keep going, even if it's to spite them. It's like, go ahead and spite me. Go ahead and do you, because you need to prove this to yourself more than anything. Very interesting, very interesting messages coming through. Let's go ahead and get your oracles, your crystals. Whoever this person is, though, they did reflect some aspect of you to yourself. So if it's family, I feel like it's obvious. Family will reflect back to us our own genetics. If it was a friend, same thing. We become friends with people that we have things in common, that we share things in common. And if it was a former lover, same thing. They reflect back to you something that you found attractive about yourself, whether you believe that or not. We have rose quartz. Let your rose-colored heart lead the way. Yeah, I was thinking about looking at your life through rose-colored glasses, so this makes absolute sense. Also, again, the love is coming through. Even if it's somebody that you feel didn't really love you, there is a sort of love here. Take that how you want, if you want to take it at all. Let's go ahead and get another card. Carnelian, channel your inner baddie. Yep, and you can, and baddie can either mean badass or the baddie that means hottie, whichever you want. But you're channeling your inner baddie right now. And carnelian is one of my favorite stones. It's a stone of focus. It's a sacral chakra stone as well. So it's a stone of creativity. I always keep one around. I keep this in fire because to me it's a very fiery type of stone, because it keeps me focused on the subject at hand. We also have onyx. Find light in the darkness. Again, it's like even in the worst things that you've experienced, you can find a light there. So I feel like some of you, if this is about a regret, if this is about somebody from the past, they're asking you to make sure you look back and at least take all the good here. Because for some of you, I'm seeing like, and you don't have to take this if it doesn't resonate, but I'm seeing like an ex asking you to at least think back on all the good things that happened. Like, because I'm sure there was at least one good thing, there was a reason why you got with them or why, certain things happened here. Back of the deck, pyrite. Bring on the abundance. Oh, and part of the reason why is because this will actually help you with your abundance of something here. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. The Goddess Power Oracle for my pile 4. What's interesting is we have 2, 2, 3, 3, but we don't have a 4, 4. But we do have a 5, 5. We do have a number 4 here. Okay. It's kind of like you are kind of missing from your own story. We have Mary Miracles. So something miraculous could happen here. I feel like this is what you are calling in. Like, you may not notice this or you may not realize it. You are manifesting through your thoughts. You are manifesting through the way you are perceiving certain things. You are manifesting. And if you manifest, or if you perceive them in a more positive light, you will manifest miracles, is what I'm hearing. Very interesting. We also have Mama Kocha, water. We have number 33 again. Some of you could be life path 33s. I know I am. This is a healer number. So some of you are just natural born healers. And then we have Oshan, generosity. Oh, I love her. Miracles, water, and generosity. I'm getting a very mother-like energy from here. So for some of you, if you are thinking of somebody who is on the other side, because I feel like for some of you, this is somebody coming through. I channel ancestors very naturally. This could be like a mother-like figure wanting you to really show up for yourself. Even if it's just for like all the past women in your life who couldn't do that for themselves, especially if they came from like a very patriarchal society where they didn't have the freedoms that you have now. It's like, do it for them at least. Not saying that you have to, but they would love to see you try. And for some of you, even if you didn't have the best relationship with your mother and they're no longer with you, it's like, again, go ahead and win in spite of them. Win to spite them. They don't care. They just want to see you win. Even if when they were here, they were not the best. On the other side, they see the error of their ways and they want you to be the best, essentially. Take that as you will. Take that if it resonates. You do not have to. But like I said, I channel a lot for ancestors sometimes. And I feel like it's almost that time of year for me. It's almost that time of year to be channeling ancestral energies and messages, which I will do in my Day of the Dead readings next month, which I'm very excited for. But pile 4, let's move on with the rest of your cards. We still have the Cosmic Oracle. So for my pile 4, okay, these two wanted to come out, and would you look at it? Here we have more mirroring, self-inquiry, reflection, purpose, individuation. Some of you could be undoing patterns of yourself that you see within people. It's kind of like a law of attraction kind of healing. It's like, if I am attracting these kinds of things, why is that? Where do I have an unhealed part of myself, or a certain aspect of myself that I no longer want to keep attracting these kinds of energies or people? Some of you are really going inwards and looking within yourself to eradicate that particular energy so that you are no longer attracting that same kind of vibe. It's like you're done with it. You no longer want to attract that kind of person, or you no longer want to be that kind of person. So you are getting rid of that aspect of your life or that energy within yourself. And then we have the Student. Curiosity, flexibility, and eloquence. Yeah, some of you are just learning. You're learning to do this. And would you know it, we have Gemini, which is, out of all the signs in the zodiac, definitely the sign of mirroring, because we have the twins here. So for some of you, you are looking within yourself and asking, where do I no longer want to resonate with this particular sort of vibration or thing? It's like, the example I'm being shown, if you keep attracting a certain kind of partner and you don't like that at all, you're looking within yourself and asking, well, why do I keep attracting that? What part of me, what unhealed or problematic or something, what part of me is attracting that, so I can get rid of it? It doesn't even have to be problematic. It doesn't even have to be chaotic or anything bad like that. It could just be something that you are no longer resonating with. Because you know that the reason they are there is because to some extent you either like it or you are also like that. So very interesting energy here for you, pile 4. And I know some of the things I said may not be what some people want to hear. So if you are still with me and want to go into the tarot to see what else is coming through in this mystery reading, you can. Otherwise, we do have other readings in this pile. Or sorry, in this reading. We do have other piles in this reading. For you, pile 4. So with the tarot, we are going to look at any other messages that want to come through. Sometimes there's a very specific theme in the oracles, and I'll try to ask questions for that. And I guess I can. I guess let's see. Let's ask why this person is coming through, because this really does feel like an energy that wants to tell you something. And we already figured out that they want you to succeed and that they see beautiful things within you that you may not realize this yourself. But let's get a clearer view of who this person is. And we're going to draw 2 cards for this. From my pile 4, we have Justice. Somebody who sees how hard you have worked and how unfair life has treated you. They want you to get that fairness. They want you to get your justice here. And for some of you, this could be karma. They're kind of pushing for karma to come into your favor. This person could be a Libra or have Libra placements, or maybe you could have Libra placements and they see this within you. Let's get a card to clarify this. So we have the 3 of Wands. They understand that either certain other people or certain energies have been meddling with you. It's kind of interesting. This person kind of has like an insider look into the workings of how your life is or has been. And they're realizing that somebody keeps coming in the way of something, whether it's like, I'm going to say third-party situation, but it doesn't even have to be romantic, of course. It's going to be like somebody else is coming in the way of your success or in the way of the things you deserve. It's like they're noticing that certain people are not being fair to you. And they're like, no, this isn't right anymore. So this person is coming through. For some of you, this could be the higher self of somebody you already know, like the higher self of a friend or the higher self of a lover or former lover, somebody who is very aware of how things work out for you. This person is very perceptive, very perceptive. And if you have friends like this, I think you'll know. Let's go ahead and get some cards for why do they want to say this? Like, why are they invested in this? So we have Ooh, this person failed you at some point. This person wasn't there for you when they wanted to be. And I don't think this has to be a complete disappointment. It could just be that it was out of their control. They had no control over being able to be there for you or not. For some of you, they did have control and they couldn't, or they didn't want to. But for a lot of you, this person failed you and they want you to have the stability that they could not provide for you. Let's clarify this though. Four of Cups. Yeah, and they regret it. They absolutely regret not being able to be there for you. They absolutely regret not being able to be the person that you wanted them to be. That's why I keep hearing, go ahead and succeed in spite of me. Go ahead and throw it back in my face. I do not care. Do it and prove me wrong. This person wants you to prove them wrong. It's kind of odd. This is like, you know, in animes when they have a rival and then the rival fails to do something, so they want the protagonist to go ahead and win for them. Like, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing, just an anime. Oh, I love anime analogies that come through in reading sometimes. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles. They're aware that you're capable of succeeding in something here. They're aware that you have, like I said, they just know that you have everything that it takes to do something here, even if you don't believe in it yourself. For a lot of you, this person that is coming through is very surprising, because I feel like you and this person didn't always see eye to eye, or you couldn't make things work, or something. Like, for some of you, this person, I mean, they could love you for sure, but for a lot of you, this person you wouldn't think actually cares about you. Which is why I'm getting like former friend or an ex or maybe a family member that you didn't always get along with. This person wants you, they want you to win. And if it is somebody who loved you, this is a person who definitely believed in tough love. Like their way of showing affection was through being very cold, basically, which is very interesting. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier for the 10 of the... Okay, yeah. This is 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords upright is like a no-win situation. 5 of Swords reversed is like, you can make something work here. It doesn't have to be ugly. You can make something work. They see that you can make something work here, even if you don't see that yourself. It's like you thought it was all gonna fail, but no, they see that you're actually very capable of making something that you thought was impossible work here. And it's so odd that this person is coming through with this much encouragement, because I feel like in the real life, like if you were not talking to their spirit, whether it was their higher self or their spirit that has passed on, you wouldn't believe what they're telling you. And I think this is why you need to hear this. It's kind of like your frenemy telling you that they believe in you because they know how good you are. It's like that person who is jealous of you. If they were very honest with you, they would say, I'm jealous of you because you have everything I want, or you are everything that I want to be. So quit acting like you're not the shit that I want to be, and act like it. That's what I'm hearing, which is this is the most interesting energy I've channeled in a while. Pile 4. Let me know who you were thinking of, and if you want to share that story in the comments below, because this is so interesting. Let's go ahead and get for some of you, this could be a boss that maybe treated you like crap, but now they're seeing you advance in your career, and it's like, yeah, go ahead, do that. In fact, that has happened to me. I had a boss that we did not get along, but as soon as I got a better job and I got, out of the... Once she was no longer my manager, we got along so well. She was like, you made it. You made it. I'm glad you made it. Get out of here. I was like, what? I was just, I didn't understand it. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. But yeah, this person would never tell you. This is the Knight of Swords reverse. This person would never tell you in the real life. This person would never tell it to your face. All the encouragement that they have for you and how much they absolutely believe in you. They would never tell this to your face, never. Or if they did, it would be like on their deathbed. Maybe for some of you, it was literally on their deathbed. I don't know. Because like I said, for some of you, I'm channeling an ancestor. Let's go ahead and clarify this though. We have the 3 of Pentacles. In another life, or maybe even in this life, I feel like you may have worked, like I said, you may have worked with this person. This person may have tried to collaborate with you and it didn't work out. For some of you, this could have been like a former business partner, and this business partner messed up. Like I said, somebody here couldn't be here for you when they wanted to be. They messed up. Somebody here messed up, and it's like, well, go ahead and succeed despite me. Go ahead and succeed in spite of me. I keep hearing that so strongly. Let's get 2 more cards to close this out. This has been the most interesting channeling I've had in a moment. We have the Queen of Wands. Look, some of you are currently going through a phase where you feel like you can't do it. You feel like your fire has been snuffed out. Maybe you're here because you needed to hear some words of encouragement, and it's like the least likely person you thought would give you a pep talk is somebody that you don't agree with, you don't see eye to eye, a frenemy, a family member who doubted you. This is somebody who like really messed up, and now they want to see you be this Queen of Wands upright. It's like, why are you acting like you're not capable of doing everything that you set your mind to? You very much are. Let's get a clarifier for this. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. This person saw you in your beginning stages. This person saw you when you were first getting your stuff off the ground, and they're like, where's that person? Where's that fire? Where's that energy? They know you believe, they know you can do it. They know you can succeed because you have something that they don't have. Not only that, but they're seeing where you have been treated unfairly, and they may come through as the most unlikely spirit guide, spirit source, whatever you want to call it, to help you out here. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Back of the deck, what do we have? Yeah, Three of Cups. Some of you, this could be a former friend. Sorry, there's butts there and I have to cover it up. But I want to see, for those of you for whom this person is still very much, you know, alive and walking and capable of speaking to you, let's go ahead and see, like, what, if you succeed, if you go ahead and move forward, what would happen? So, let's see. We have the Moon. They really would never tell you this to your face. For some of you, like I said, this is a rival or somebody who is jealous of you. Let's go ahead and see another card. King of Swords. I was literally thinking Aquarius. I was literally thinking Aquarius as I pulled this. This person could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius placements very strongly. But this person is very detached. I feel like this person would be somebody who considers you a very valuable ally should you succeed. It's like, we're no longer rivals. We're gonna team up at some point. This could be somebody who wants you to get on their level because they want somebody to play chess with them. Oh, that makes so much sense. This is like somebody who never thought there would be somebody who could be at their level somehow, and then you come along and they want you to get up there so they can go toe to toe with you. Again, I'm thinking of anime because there's a lot of anime where like there's rival, like where there's fighting and stuff. It's like I'm seeing Goku wanting his enemies that he beat to get better so he could fight them again. That's what I'm seeing. Or yeah, this is like, this person wants you to get on their level. For those of them who, like I said, if they're alive and thriving and well, so that you can go head to head with them. This person, if it's like a former friend or a former lover and you used to do some sort of competition here, they miss that. It's like, get back out there. I want to fight you again. I want to play you again, whatever the situation is. Let's get another card. Yeah, Five of Wands. They want to go toe to toe with you again. It's like, I miss you. Get back out here. I want to fight you. I want to play you. But if by play, I mean sports, of course. I want to compete with you. That's what I'm seeing. This person wants to see you again to do this. If this is a former lover, they could honestly miss the physical aspects, but I don't think that really matters here. Somebody misses the banter, that's for sure. Back of the deck again, we have 10 of Wands reversed. It's like, yeah, for some of you, you are releasing burdens. They kind of want to know how you got to a point where you're no longer the person that they always knew you were. It's like, what happened? What happened? Who messed you up? It's like, this is so odd. This is like the rival you wouldn't think had your back at some point, but they do. Or the person who didn't believe in you, who's like, no, I want you to be on my level. No, I want you to win. What are you talking about? So I feel like whoever this person is, I'm not saying you're going to be the bestest buddies, but they definitely don't want to see you wherever it is that you are right now because they believe in you more than you believe in yourself sometimes. And this is true. Sometimes the haters hate us because they see something within ourselves that we don't see. It's like, you know, they want you to be up there. They want you to succeed. Or they always knew you would. This is why they hate you, you know, because they know they can't do it, so they want you to do it. This has been the most odd, encouraging reading I've ever read, pile 4. Please let me know who it is if you want to. Like I said, it'll vary for some of you. For some of you, this is somebody who is no longer with us in the physical realm. And for some of you, this is somebody you very much still know of or hang around. Like if you currently got, like for some of you, I'm seeing, for example, if you do play a sport or do something physical, you got an injury. And not only did that injury knock you out for several weeks or months or whatever, it brought down your spirit to the point where you no longer want to do that. And this person's like, what are you talking about? Get back out there. Go start training because I want to fight you again. That's what I'm seeing. Very interesting. Let me know who this is. Okay, so pile 4. We're going to start with, of all things, your Pokemon cards, because I mean, I was talking about anime, and I feel like a certain scenario like that has happened once or twice within the Pokemon anime series. So yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know, because I only watched the first season. I'm a 90s kid. I watched the OG. Okay, so okay, interesting. We have Mr. Mime, like I said, mirroring here, and rivals would mirror us. Don't compare yourself to others and don't judge them. You have no idea what their journey is all about. Yeah, whoever this person is coming through, don't judge them. They have their own journey, you have their own journey. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is that you come together in one particular aspect. We also have weird is almost always good. Yeah, they like the weird. You like the weird. And I mean, this reading was a little weird as well, but I like it. I like it, pile 4. Let's get your... This is from my handmade oracle. I took postcards and wrote messages on them, and I'm being told to get 4 from this, of all things. Sorry if you heard that, but a bunch of my decks just fell on the floor. Yeah, some of you are frustrated, or there's like a sense of nervousness here, because I'm thinking of like walking down a hallway and dropping all your stuff. Like that energy, like something unexpected, and you thought you would be humiliated, and instead they come and help you, or something like that. So I'm being told to get this card because it's got onions on it. This goes deep within your psyche. Dive in, heal, thrive. This is perfect. This is exactly what I've been channeling. Go within your psyche, heal, and thrive. This is what this person wants you to do. You also have this one. I shine my light the strongest when I am truly myself. Yeah, they want to see that light shine, and they want you to be yourself. Because right now, you really haven't been being yourself right now, pile 4. I'm feeling for a lot of you that you've been out of commission, you've been in a hermit mode, you've been healing, you've been introspective, or your light has just been snuffed out, and they're like, well, light it up again, because you can't stay there. And then one last, or no, we're getting 2 more. You'll be given love, you'll be taken care of. Bjork, all is full of love. For some of you, if this is like a former friend or a former lover, they're like, you'll love again. Or even if it isn't, like if maybe you're recovering from a heartbreak, the love will be there. It will be there for you, and you'll be taken care of. Let's get another one. You've unlocked something. Yeah, part of the reason you were out of commission for a while, part of the reason you've been away is because you are actually unlocking a part of yourself that you didn't realize you needed to unlock. It could have been something mental, emotional, maybe even something physical, or something more psychic for some of you. It's like you've gained a new ability or a new perspective that is really going to change you. And I feel like once you see this person again, or something along those lines, if you can, they're going to be very, very proud. They're going to be awed by the new things you've done, and you're going to make them proud. They're going to be very impressed as well. So I like this for you. Let's get your angel number card. Pile 4. This must be my pile of anime watchers, because I'm seeing in the Sailor Moon anime, or at least, yeah, the Sailor Moon anime, how what's her name? I forgot what, I don't know what she's called in either one, but Sailor Mars, how she is towards Sailor Moon. It's like they're more rivals than anything. They're so different, but they're very encouraging, and they're still friends. Okay, we have 222. I am balanced. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and action. Yeah, I feel like you're learning to rebalance yourself here, pile 4. And then one more. We have 2 again. Wow. Yeah, lots of mirroring within you and this person. I am diplomatic. You have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I feel like this person might actually be helping you out. I think at some point, they're going to come through and help you out in something that you weren't expecting them through. sorry, expecting them to. Because I'm being shown an example where I've had moments in life where I've had to be around people that I had a falling out, like either a falling out with, or I was no longer involved with them, either as a friend or lover, etc. But I still had to like work with them or see them on a regular basis. And there have been moments where I had to put aside my feelings or my judgments and just be there for them as a person who provides support to another person. There have been times where I've had to do that, and I felt like I unlocked a part of my heart space, of my heart chakra, because it's like, yeah, I'm annoyed with you, I'm angry with you, and I never want to see you again, but you are a human who needs help, and I'm going to help you out right now. So that's what I'm being shown here, Pile 2. I feel like somebody is going to show you mercy in a time when you thought that they wouldn't. This could also be you doing that to them, but it all depends here on what the situation is. But this has been a very interesting reading, Pile 4. I hope it made sense. And if you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, Pile 5. If you chose the carnelian heart, then we have your reading here for you. We're not sure yet. This is a mystery reading. I'm not sure what it's going to be called, and I don't know what even wants to come through, because I thought we would have a theme at the beginning, but then it completely switched up in the last two piles. So we're just channeling some mystery energy for you here, Pile 5. So if it's called something very different from the title card, I apologize, but regardless, we have a mystery reading here for you. I have a song, is it Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish? So I've only heard the chorus of that song. I'm not sure what it is about. I think it's like the need to belong with somebody, or feeling like you really resonate with somebody. I'm also hearing We Belong Together by Mariah Carey. I'm not sure if they're similar in theming, but it's about like feeling that you belong with somebody. So maybe this is what some of you have in mind, is whether somebody here is meant for you or not, or whether you will have like a prosperous relationship with somebody for some of you, if you have a potential somebody. So let's go ahead and get your cards. This is the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck. It's a beautiful Oracle deck, but it's one of those that sometimes I channel really well and sometimes I don't, depending on the cards. And it even comes with 2 different booklets. So this is one that, even though it's beautiful, it's easy to get confused with. And maybe some of you are dealing with some people who are very beautiful but very confusing. So let's go ahead and get your cards, Pile 5. We have Alder. Oh, look at that beautiful bird. Number 43. Why am I thinking of Thought and Memory, the ravens on Odin's shoulders? Thought and Memory. We also have Jasmine. So somebody here could really like the scent of jasmine, or could be named Jasmine. And it's interesting because I recently got a book on essential oils, and it's supposed to give you like the emotional meaning of each scent of each essential oil. And for jasmine, it was purity, specifically sensual purity, but I'm thinking of purity for some of you. I'm also thinking of simplicity. And 10, of course, makes me think of the 10s in the tarot, in the minor arcana, how they are numbers of completion. We also have Ivy. Very beautiful. Somebody could be named Ivy. We have Mushroom, 31. So the fall season is coming through. Mushrooms are very interesting because I remember reading or watching somewhere that mushrooms are some of the few organisms that can actually decompose plastic. So they could be very beneficial here. There's something very pivotal about this connection, or about this person that you are thinking about. It's kind of like you are thinking if this person is like a counterpart, or maybe you already see that. Because with this bird, I mean, we were talking about birds of a feather, and I want to say this is a raven. If one of you is thought, then the other is memory. We have like I don't want to say twin flame, but definitely counterpart, like somebody who matches your energy, or somebody who is compatible or complementary. We also have Tulip. And then we have, back of the deck, Willow. Some of you have been crying over this person. When I think of willow, I think of a weeping willow, or there's something rather beautiful but sad about the weeping willow to me because of how it hangs low, how it conceals, like you can hide within a willow tree, or how it's, to me, it's like wisdom through grief. So I feel like for some of you, you've already had some sort of grief regarding this person, and maybe this is why you are here. Maybe you are no longer with them, or you kind of wish things were different with them. I will read from the book for alder though, just because that is the one that is stumping me the most. With ivy, I'm thinking of something that grows, what's it called? The ivy that grows on the side of a house. I feel like this person has really grown on you, or you've grown on them. There's something about the both of you coming together, and even though you are apart, something grows stronger. And you will know this because you will get signs from them, or you might get like certain feelings about them. It's like if this is somebody you're no longer talking to or seeing, you're getting dreams about them, or you just keep hearing about them from people. Like maybe people will bring them up, and it's kind of like even though you're trying to move on or ignore them, you can't escape them for whatever reason. That's why the mushroom comes here. It's like have you ever seen mushrooms just grow in random places? They feel so odd and out of place. I think of them as like little alien plants sometimes because they look so odd. So I feel like from time to time, this person's either the thought of this person or this person themselves can pop up out of nowhere. Because mushrooms grow on the ground, on trees, on, I just feel like you're minding your business and suddenly they're there. But let's go ahead and read for alder because I know nothing of, well, oddly enough, I open the book and it goes right to willow. So I'm going to take that as a sign. The Ainu people of Japan believed that the human backbone was originally formed from the bending length of a willow branch. There is something human about the stooping form of a willow tree, like a person in mourning, yet no matter how hard the winds blow, it simply bends and does not let itself be broken. Even when the river wears away at its bank, the willow's roots remain deep and steady. With the willow, we learn to grow through adversity. Hold on until the storm has passed. So maybe some of you are waiting something out, but there's something about your resilience here, pile 5. It's kind of like you're at a point in life where you know nobody can break you, even whatever you have gone through with this person, or even whatever you may want to go through with this person. I feel like for some of you, you're willing to take on the heartbreak for somebody here. I'm not sure how advisable that is, but I'm feeling like some of you are up for the challenge. Let's go ahead and read for alder though. For my pile 5, there it is. We have the alder tree is associated with ravens. A Welsh belief states that if a raven which nests in an alder is befriended, he will teach you new languages and the gift of prophecy. Yeah, and Odin himself is also a god of prophecy. Whether your social network includes birds or not, there is value in teamwork and the things that you can learn from others. Is there someone in your life you'd like to be closer with but don't know how? Now is a time in which opening up to them and sharing your thoughts will help you to achieve that and build on the relationship. Yeah, I feel like you really want to either stay close with or become closer with this person. If not for romance, I feel like for very practical reasons. Maybe you're aware that they are into something that you are also into, or maybe they are a colleague of some sort, or maybe you just both have similar interests. And it's like if you build the friendship there on based on something that you both already like, then there's a higher possibility that you will get to know this person and see how you both mesh well here. So it all depends on what it is that you are interested in. With the jasmine though, I'm still getting that sensual purity. So maybe this person either isn't aware that you are into them in a romantic way, or maybe a little bit more than romantic, and or they are aware but they come off as very pure, like they're not I'm hearing if you're being forward with them about finding them attractive, it's not that they're rejecting your advances, it's more like they're playing it very very coy, or they're just kind of like, if not ignoring it, then like it's not, they are not ignoring it. They are very aware of what you are saying and what you're trying to do, but they really do prefer to save that part of themselves for somebody that they truly care about, truly love. Like they only would do that within a relationship, a committed relationship. So I feel like for some of you, this person is not going to be anything casual, and it's not going to be a fling. They refuse to be that because either they've already done that in the past, or maybe they just are in a point in life where they know what they want when it comes into terms of romance, so they will not just give it to you easily. And likewise, I'm being told that you shouldn't give in too easily to this person. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is you wanting them to pursue something else other than casual so that they can have you. I'm gonna read for tulip. This is another flower that I consider to be very pure and loving, because tulips are very resilient. I just happen to open up to the ivy. Let's see what ivy has to say. Borrowing from ivy's steady and determined perseverance, you have reached new heights, unfurling your leaves to the sun. The obstacles that blocked your way have become the ladder rungs that now hold you up, a testament to your journey so far. But that path beneath you is starting to crumble, and you're beginning to wobble. It may feel as though your position is unstable, but don't be afraid to let go of your safety net below. The next step is within reach. Yeah, like I said, some of you, it's like you're at a point where you're okay taking risks with people. It's like you are aware that there's more than one person out there for you. You're aware that you can take it all on, pile 5. And then let's read for tulip. Here she is. A Persian tale tells of a laborer who fell in love with a princess. To deter him from pursuing his daughter, the king set him an impossible task. But upon seeing him near to completing it, the king told him that the princess had died. The workman, distraught, killed himself, and from his blood the first tulips grew. Don't let the lies of others deter you from achieving your goals. You know how capable you are, even if others doubt you. Don't be fooled by the falsehoods they spin to keep you from greatness. Somebody could be coming between you two. Somebody could be coming between. It could be somebody on their part or somebody on your part. It could be both. And I feel like you're going to have to wait this out. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the cards, though, because I spent quite a bit of time reading cute little excerpts from this beautiful deck. But if any of these particular plants or herbs call to or trees call out to you, just take that as double confirmation. Pile 5. Let's get your crystals. We have moss agate. Trust the growth process. This is something that is going to grow over time. This is something that is going to be very steady. I think that's why you chose a very plant-based or a very nature-based oracle deck. Maybe some of you are plant-based as well. We have jade. Be the calm within the storm. Don't let certain things fade you. Don't let certain things fade you. Somebody's name could be Jade or Jaden. But there's something about this particular connection where people will try to bring you apart. It did say that the fairy tale was about the father, so there could be a parent here who does not approve of this. I wouldn't concern myself with that. Do know that this parent kind of needs to learn how to stop having such control over their child. I am hearing that. And I feel like this person will assert themselves at some point with this particular parent. And it may not even be completely because of you, but if you are like a catalyst for that, I feel like it was meant to be, because this person has always had like a hard time with that parent. And I feel like watching that parent treat you the same way or think of you the same way as they have done to them is going to push them to something. It's like they're okay with their parent treating them a certain way, but when it comes to treating everybody else, it's like, no, they don't want that to happen. It's kind of like, I see this sometimes with people whose parents treat their children, you know, the grandchildren of that parent, that same way. Like something has to happen here to break that bond. So you might be part of that story. Let's go ahead and get your goddess cards. We have Kuan Yin, compassion. There's a lot of compassion between you and this person. I feel like you're very forgiving to this person, and or they're very forgiving to you. It's more likely mutual. Like if you have already messed up with this person, or if you've acted odd, there's a lot of compassion here. We also have green Tara, salvation. Lots of green in this particular pile. So we're definitely talking about heart chakra energy, love energy, both love for yourself and love for others. And with salvation, I do feel like this person, it's not that they want you to save them, but you do end up saving them from some sort of energy, or even like this parent person we were talking about, or the third party situation that they were really trying to escape. I feel like there's something here about you both really helping each other out when you most need it. It doesn't have to be from somebody else. It could also be from a certain situation. Back of the deck, we have Uzume, humor. So you both love to laugh. You both like to have a good time. I feel like you joke around a lot, which is always great, you know. I feel like laughter is the best medicine, especially within this connection. And if you can't laugh at this person, there's going to be nothing there. I'm already telling you that. Just for those of you who needed confirmation, you need a similar sense of humor. Or maybe you already do. You could just be very funny, pile 5. Let's go ahead and get your Cosmic Oracle for my pile 5. We have communication, integrity, alignment, and expression. So you and this person are either you're already very communicative, or communication will be an important and pivotal thing within your relationship. I feel like you will be in constant contact. Or there could just be something odd about the way you communicate. Maybe like you only communicate during certain times, or yeah, maybe you both speak a similar language, or there's a language barrier. But there's a feeling here that the things you express to each other are going to be very important, because they get inspired by you, and you may get inspiration from them. There's an exchange. There's a lot of exchange here of both inspiration, of a sense of learning from each other. It's very Mercury based. Like, this is a connection blessed by the gods of communication, because I'm thinking of Iris here. I'm surprised I'm not sure if she's even in this deck, but I'm surprised she's not there. There's a lot of forgiveness, a lot of communication, and more than anything, a lot of growth within this connection. A lot of I'm seeing unveiling deceits. So I feel like you learn a lot of truth through and with this person. So if you ever feel that they are lying to you, I feel like they don't mean to, or it's not their intent. I feel like they're meant to reflect back to you things that which you either didn't want to believe, or that you had a hard time believing. Because there's something about the miraculous within this connection that, like, I'm seeing two people who, I don't want to say gossip, but like every time you come together, you learn new things, or you unveil truths and secrets. I have friends like this. Like, every time we talk, it sounds like we're gossiping, but truth is we're just giving each other the tea. And not to, because I was getting this in a different reading. Gossip isn't always bad if it is done with the intent of wanting to enlighten each other, if it is done with the intent of trying to learn and grow better. Like, if you find out somebody is doing something shady, it's not to hate on that person, it's to be aware of that person, essentially. And I'm not talking about gossip to, talk trash about people. This is not what we're talking about. We are talking about a situation where you are being informed about people who could be potentially a problem, or potentially not a problem. I feel like it all depends here. We're not talking about lies. We're talking about an exchange of information that both you and this person go through, because you're meant to better each other. Of course, that's one way of taking it. The other way is that you could both learn together. Maybe you meet them in school or through classes or something along those lines. There's an exchange of communication here that is beneficial to both of your growth and to yourselves as people. I'm loving this energy, by the way. It's very different. And if you can hear my stomach, I am sorry, I have not had breakfast today. But let's go ahead and get your runes for my pile 5. My goodness. I hope you can't hear my stomach rumbling. Okay, we have Hagalas, disruption. Like I said, somebody is trying to come between the both of you. We also have this is Lagus, healing. I feel like you heal a lot with this person, or you may meet them during a time of healing, specifically during like the last stages of your healing, when you're ready to move on, but you're not quite there yet. I feel like this person kind of wants to be a helping hand in that, whether it's intentional or not. You don't even have to tell them that you're going through this. I feel like you will just know, because they will tell you exactly what you need to hear, or show you exactly what you need to know at the right time. We also have Kenas. This is luck, good luck, essentially. I feel like this person brings you a lot of good luck. Like, yes, things were difficult in the beginning, or maybe in the past for you or with this person, pile 5. But then things get better, because as you heal from things of the past, as you heal your heart, since we have so much green here, as you allow things to grow within this healing, a lot of good luck comes through, and or the things you've been trying to manifest just suddenly appear. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is This is something very pivotal. This person is going to be a very important person, regardless of whether it becomes romantic or otherwise. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. If this sounds like a situation that you are currently in, or that you may be in. And I want to thank you for clicking on this reading and allowing me to read for you today, Pile 5. If you were coming from other piles, then you may notice an inconsistency. This is the first pile I am doing in daylight, because the other ones I've been doing them in the evening or in the nighttime or in the middle of the night, because I've been having bouts of insomnia. But for this one, there's a lot of clarity, because maybe you're both day people as well. Maybe you're both early risers. So let's go ahead and get your tarot. And I'm not doing any questions for the tarot. I'm just, again, allowing things to come through, because this is the nature of a mystery reading. Sometimes I do have questions. I guess, well, should I ask a question? I'm being told to do this A and B style to see what their influence on you will be and what your influence on them. So we're going to start with them, and they're going to be on the top row. And I feel like you have no problem prioritizing this person, because, again, there's a friendship that is built here, and there is like a stable communication. Even when things are miscommunicated, you like to do right by this person, or they like to do right by you. So it will be very easy for you to forgive them, because you see that they don't mean harm, that they are just going through something that they might just have. You know, this person does like to make it up to you. So for my pile 5, their person, we have the 7 of Pentacles. This person is very focused on their work. It could be their money, it could be their self-development, but this person is very focused on themselves. So I feel like they prioritize the work and the efforts that they put into something. And again, this is nothing against you. They just know that they have to focus on them. And I feel like they encourage you to do the same. It's like, focus on you as well, so that when we come together, we have more than enough to go around. We also have the page of Pentacles. Lots of earth energy here, and I'm not surprised. I feel like you would get this from a lot of earth placement. So you and this person could have the sun, moon, and or rising in an earth sign, meaning that you like your creature comforts, you like stability, you may prioritize material things and or money, definitely wealth and health here. Let's go ahead and get another card. We have Judgment. I'm getting a song, and it's in French, and I forget how it's called. Is it Le Jugement de Michel? I don't know. I don't even know what that song's about. It's kind of a weird song. But anyway, there's something about finality. Like, they know if they were to pursue anything with you, it would be something very stable. It would be something very long lasting. So they take this connection, they take you very seriously. Strong Scorpio energy here as well, or Plutonic. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Like I said, this is slow and steady progress. They are focusing on the things that they need right now. Maybe even especially before they come into contact with you, or if not contact, before they come into union with you. I think for a lot of you, this person knows for sure that they want to come into union with you, or, oh my gosh, my throat. I don't know what I swallowed or what happened, but my throat is closing up so bad. Excuse me, pile 5. But this is a truth that is wanting to come out. This person would like to be in union with you. If they haven't told you already, I feel like they don't want to say it because they don't want to, like I said, they don't want to jump into anything before they realize that they are ready for it. They want to focus on their growth. And we have the Pillar. Yeah, they like you. Pile 5, this person likes you. I don't know what better way to tell you this or to make you understand that this person is truly very much into you. They find you very beautiful. They find you to be the empress to their emperor, regardless of genders here. I feel like they want to pursue you, or they want to be able to cherish you in the way that you are meant to be cherished, if they are not already there. But let's go ahead and get your cards to see your point of view here. For my pile 5, what do they need to know about their person or about this union? We have the High Priestess, the High Sage. So you're very intuitive for sure, and I feel like you can understand this person well. You can feel their energy very well. If you're empathic, you feel the energy around them, and you know when they are telling you when they are being honest and when they are trying to hide something. Maybe you call them out on this, and they kind of they're definitely not used to it. They are definitely not used to being so forward with their truth about them. Because I'm hearing they thought that psychic people would be a lot more mysterious or a lot more veiled or cryptic, and they were kind of looking forward to that. But then you come here with your brand of intuition, and it's like, oh, you're very direct about what you see through me. I don't know how I feel about that. They both like it and don't like it. They don't know how to take it. I feel like they're entertained by it, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. The King of Swords. They find you to be very intelligent, maybe more so than them. That kind of either there's two ways that they are taking this. Either they really like this because they want somebody on their level, and or they're intimidated by this. Because I didn't see enough like king energy in their spread, I feel like they could be very intimidated. After all, they got the page of Pentacles. They're just starting out, but you have a wisdom far beyond theirs, regardless of your background, regardless of your age differences, if there are any. I feel like you're very wise and they're aware of this. We also have the Two of Wands. You really do want to start planning things with this person, but they are not there yet. They are not there yet, and I feel like you will know because they're going to be the one who comes through with the plan. Let them make the plans. Let them come up with the ideas. Let them do all the work here. You need to be this empress for them. They want you to be an empress. Be the empress. Sit back and enjoy things. If you're coming from pile... Oh, I forget what pile it was. Was it pile 3 that had something similar? I feel like this is just a reiteration of that in a different way. All right. We also have Five of Wands. You do not like to sit still, do you, pile 5? You do not like to sit still. You kind of want things to happen. Meanwhile, they have this Eight of Pentacles energy where they're like willing to be patient for their rewards. You're not that patient. Or if you are, like, you kind of want to see more progress. There's a little bit of a... Some of you could have a feisty energy and they like this, or some of you could have just a lot more energy than this person and they kind of wish you would sit still and trust the process, essentially. Let's get one last card for you, pile 5. We have the Four of Swords. I need a clarification for this because I'm taking it two ways. So, and I'll tell you both ways just in case either one resonates. Yeah, the Anchor, there he is. Counterpart. I feel like some of you are really questioning whether this person is a proper counterpart to you, because the Four of Swords, I was getting either you dream a lot about this person, like you think a lot about them, and or you are meditating on whether this person is good for you or not, hence why you are here. Because I'm not saying that tarot is a form of meditation, but it can definitely take you there. I mean, a lot of tarot readers do like to meditate before they do their tarot. I don't always, just because I like to just connect actively, which would explain this Emperor energy. But a lot of you have been wondering if this person would be good for you or not, or whether you should just take a break and allow them to be the Emperor. Yes. Right now, your energies are very much reversed, is what I'm hearing. Like, this person needs to step up and do more, and you need to chill. And there's something about balancing the energies between this connection. They have to step into Emperor energy and you need to step into Empress, or you can reverse that depending on what the situation is here. But the more you lay back and allow things to happen, the more this person will come through. I feel like a lot of you are overthinking here, which is very common for somebody with King of Swords energy. You're overthinking this a little bit and you're just needing to allow the things to happen. You are, trust the process. Just trust the process and know that things will come through in the best way possible for you and your person. What's back of the deck? The Hanged Man. We have the Hanged Man, a shift in perspective. This connection is definitely making you rethink how you view relationships in general. It's making you rethink how you view, if not partnerships, then it could be life as well. Because like I said, there are certain things you and this person have in common that are actually rather pivotal. Like, whatever it is that you have in common could be something that either brings you money or creates a lifestyle, or just you're doing something with this person. And because you're able to see things very differently, I feel like this is going to be able to get off the ground. But you have to be in Empress energy and they have to step into Emperor energy. You will see this pass over time because we have a lot of Pentacles here. Pentacles is earth energy, and earth energy takes time. I mean, you did choose mushrooms. I'm thinking of how mushrooms take time to grow as well, because I've known people who grow mushrooms. It's a whole process. It's a whole process, especially when you do it by hand as opposed to allowing it to happen naturally in nature. So, yeah, this is a very interesting reading indeed, but you have to trust the process. This person is definitely somebody who is a counterpart, somebody who likes you for sure. They adore you. But there are things in the way right now, and things will happen a lot more slowly than you would like, but they will happen regardless. So I hope this brings some clarification for you, pile 5. Let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice, though. I mean, we have the Emperor and the Empress show up in the same reading. What more confirmation do you need? And in the closing advice, I'm using a handmade deck. It's just a set of postcards that I wrote messages on. Oddly enough, this is also something with herbs, plants, and trees on them. Lots of earth energy here. I would be very surprised if you didn't have earth in your chart. So let's go ahead and get your cards. We have whatever this is. I dream about you and or this a lot. I don't know what it means or what to do. Yeah, like I said, some of you are dreaming about this person and you're wondering if this is confirmation that they are meant to be in your life. And I'm hearing yes. Yes, essentially. But don't think it's going to happen overnight. Don't think it's going to happen right away. I feel like you will just be in each other's circle, contact list. You will definitely build that friendship first. Maybe you've even dreamed about having a friendship with this person for some of you, or it starts out that way and little by little things just happen. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. We have, oh, these are pretty. The beauty is in the energy. It's within you. It is you. For a lot of you, this person sees your inner beauty, and I think that is very hard for them to ignore. Because they're surrounded by physically beautiful people all the time. That doesn't faze them anymore. They know that physical beauty can be bought, sold. They know that it can be acquired. What's harder to find for them is inner beauty. And that's something that they truly like about you. Hence why they keep you around. Let's get some more. Oh, this is really nice. If you can't escape, then grow through it. If you can't escape, then grow through it. You can do it. You'll be proud. Trust we already are. Man, okay, I know I wrote this, but I don't know what I meant by this. If you can't escape, then grow through it. You can do it. You'll be proud. Trust we already are. That last sentence is throwing me off. What did I mean by that? I feel like this person is truly believing in you. Especially, like I said, if you're coming through a period of healing, they know that you can grow through the healing. They know that you can do it. So their higher self is coming through to tell you that, like, just allow yourself to heal and things will happen. Like as you're healing, they're doing their thing, or vice versa if they're the ones that are healing. Like this person truly believes in the both of you, essentially. What's the back of the deck? Don't be afraid to be direct. Sometimes the situation calls for no nonsense. Yeah, I feel like this person likes your directness. Don't be afraid of it. Like they enjoy that about you. Even if they act a certain way, they know in the end that it's better for them. Because what you are reminding them of is certain friends. You know how certain friends will just be honest and real with you and direct? This is what they like, but they like that it comes from you as well. Because, again, there's a basis of friendship here. Let's go ahead and get your angel number cards for my pile 5. We have 14. I am practical. You are open-minded and always up to try something new. Yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. Yeah, I feel like both you and this person have this. Like you're both open-minded and are willing to put in the effort here. It's like you know when to take a risk and you know when not to. So, beautiful energy. Let's get your last cards, our Pokemon cards. For my pile 5. In fact, I'm loving all that. I didn't realize how good all these advice cards were until I got to this reading. Because the Pokemon cards are also very direct. And we have a Butterfree, which is a butterfly. What does this say? I have no idea. I may have to look into the book for this, but Butterfree is a butterfly. One that comes from a little, it's about transformation, essentially. I feel like you have to see this connection transform into something beautiful. We also have Parasect. Bad things may be good if they prevent something worse. And we also have little, are these mushrooms? They look like mushrooms. Man, maybe some of you really like mushrooms or like to forage. But with bad things may be good if they prevent something worse. I'm thinking, like I said, the salvation card is coming through. This person is preventing you from something worse. Or maybe you're preventing them from something. Like I said, there's a third party situation, and you could be helping them out with this mostly indirectly. You're not even going to be aware of it, or you may not even be caught up in it. Because for some of you, this third party, I'm seeing if it's like an ex, it won't allow you to like move on. This person is going to do something about it. Or like I said, if there's a parent here who is a little bit more involved than they should be, this person is going to stand up for them finally because of you. Something along those lines. You're preventing something worse from happening. Even if this, I mean, for a lot of you, this connection is not going to be bad, but I feel like I said, there was something that you are being protected from, and it comes in the guise of this person. Like they are helping to protect you from something worse, because spirit kind of sent them to be a little knight in shining armor, if you will. Let me read from the booklet for Butterfree though, because I do not know what this says. Okay, here it is. Break a cycle. Break a cycle, grow. Look closely. You are restless for the right occupation. Sorry, are you restless for the right occupation? Yeah, we're breaking cycles here. We are breaking cycles with this person. This person will not be anything like your previous people. Even if there are certain qualities they may have of previous people, they're not going to be like this person. Because like I said, there's a lot of communication. There's a basis of friendship. There is something good to come of this regardless of what happens. But I feel like you have to trust the process, because you are breaking a cycle. And breaking a cycle is something so pivotal. You may not even realize it. But this is where I leave you, pile 5. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 6. I didn't realize I was going to make a pile 6 until I was called to do so right before I ended this entire reading. So let's see what your mystery reading is. The themes have been a little bit all over the place, but the majority of them have been about the heart, about having to relate to somebody. So we'll see what it is for you. You chose Selenite and the Prism Oracle. I have David Bowie's Space Oddity stuck in my head right now. I love that song so much. It is one of my top 5, top 3 favorite songs. The first time I heard it, I was literally hurting. I think it was a stomach ache or something, and literally for a portion of that song, for like half of that song, I remember just not feeling any pain at all. That song is literally healing. David Bowie was very much, not of this world. He healed with his music, his songs, his artistry. And maybe for some of you, you have something similar here, to Sir David Bowie, may he rest in peace. But that song is just something out of this world, that's for sure. Not sure if that's going to resonate with some of you. Maybe some of you also like the song. But let's go ahead and get your oracles to see what the theme is, to see what's going on. We have consciousness. Yes, this song. I don't know what frequency it vibrates at, but it's definitely a song that connects me to source, that connects me to, I'm hearing the celestial. It connects you to the stars. And maybe some of you are going through a bit of a spiritual awakening right now, or you're going through some sort of transformational healing. Because the energy in this reading is so different. It's like it needed to come through, because some of you need to hear whatever's going on here. Yeah, I was just talking about how I was in pain when I heard that song. And I think some of you are learning to heal yourselves. If it's not through light, if it could be through music, it could be any sort of healing. It doesn't matter how you heal, as long as you heal right. You're going through some sort of healing. We have abundance, and oddly enough, this is going to bring in an abundance of something. It doesn't have to be money. It could be an abundance of love, an abundance of clarity for a lot of you, an abundance of something you've been needing. Like, you're not just going to get a one time of that thing. You're going to get it in droves. So let's go ahead and get more cards. We have surrender. Yeah. You're surrendering to something here. I'm not surprised that these cards came out. They're all meant to represent like that crown chakra energy. It's usually white, but here it's coming through as gray because this is a very colorful deck. Let's get 2 more cards. We have mystery. Some of you may not even know why you're going through this. Like, maybe some of you aren't in pain, or if you are, you don't even know why that pain is there. Or it could have something to do with the unknown, the shadows, that which you haven't been seeing either within yourself or within other things, and balance. It's all meant to bring you in a harmonious balance here. It's all meant to bring you into some sort of energy where you are meant to live. I'm hearing the energy of neutrality. One way to tap into the consciousness sourceness, one way to tap into source is to see everything through a lens of not just love, but more than love, it's neutrality, which I always have to do this when I am about to do energy healing or when I'm about to do some very deep psychic work. I have to make sure I'm very neutral, which is hard to do sometimes for somebody who feels as deeply as me or who can be as intense as me as I've been described. But there's something about being in the air of neutrality that will really help you out within this particular situation. We also have flow. Yeah, going with the flow, just going with what you feel. And when I say neutrality, I don't mean that you're not allowed to feel certain things. It's just allow the feelings to come to you. Don't go seeking the feeling. Don't allow yourself to fall into a pattern of feeling either. Let the feeling come to you. This is how I do my channeling. This is how I am empathic and psychic. I allow things to come to me when I'm around somebody. And when you're first starting off, it may feel like it really is something yours. You will internalize it and take the feelings of others as something that is yourself. But when you learn to master who you are versus who somebody else is, you will get around someone and you will understand immediately that that thought pattern, that emotion, that energy isn't yours. It is somebody else. I do this very often. And I feel like some of you are learning to better handle this particular ability that you have. And it all comes through connecting to consciousness. Let's go ahead and move on to your cards, the rest of your oracles, to see what else is wanting to come through in this reading. So for a lot of you, this is just source coming through to give you some information that you need to know. And selenite itself is also very crown chakra rooted. Or we have chrysocolla, honor your experiences. Yes. We also have moonstone, roll with the tides of your heart. Whatever you are feeling, allow yourself to go with that feeling. Whatever your experience is, allow the emotions of that experience to come through, because it is something you are meant to understand, something you are meant to grow from. And the way I'm seeing it, and it's hard to put into words, sometimes when you feel certain things, they don't have a language, they don't have a feeling, a meaning. An experience is just that, an experience that you feel, that uplifts you, that you feel in your body, you feel in your soul, but you cannot put words to it. That's what I'm feeling right now for some of you. Maybe you're dealing with somebody with whom you've had experiences like this, where you cannot put it into words, but you communicate everything. It's kind of like a psychic link with somebody. Again, you don't understand how to put it into words, but you understand the feeling and you understand what was happening. This is your soul's meeting. And for some of you, you're meeting your own soul finally. Let's go ahead and get more cards. But I feel like it's more intense when it's with somebody else, when you're with somebody and you feel so much with them, but you can't put it into words. It's like words wouldn't make it justice, what it is that you've had to communicate. Maybe some of you are communicating, I'm hearing starseeds for some of you, are communicating with otherworldly beings, otherworldly souls in the spirit realm. We also have smoky quartz. Put your own oxygen mask on first. This is letting you know that you have to make sure you are taking care of yourself first. Do set those boundaries. Do allow yourself to feel, but don't allow people to take from you. I feel like you're coming into union, or you're meeting people who are able to give you as much as you give. Like, you know how there's energetic vampires? This is the opposite. This is somebody who gives you energetically. And it may even be from a source that you weren't really expecting. It may be from somebody that you didn't realize could do this to you, because maybe their earthly person is something very different, but when your souls combine, it's just something else entirely, which is very interesting. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of your oracles. From the Goddess Power Oracle, I'm also noting all the purples here. These are like purple, pearly whites, some green and blue. These are all the higher chakras, everything from the heart up. So we're definitely feeling with our heart, expressing with our throat, tapping into our third eye, and then connecting to source with the crown. We have Athena, knowledge. Yeah, some of you are getting intuitive downloads. I'm not surprised. I've always seen Athena as rather intuitive, even though that's not really her realm, because I consider intelligence and wisdom and intuition to be all of the same thing. That's me personally. I've always associated her with this, but you don't have to take that if it doesn't resonate. I know that's my own bias there, but I feel like for some of you it would benefit you to see it this way. And then we also have benzoyten, beauty. For some of you, you're learning to see the beauty in things. Look at how her eyes are blue. It's kind of like you're learning to see everything through a lens of love. I did already mention that. But more than that, you're learning to communicate beauty in something other than words and something other than the physical. You're learning to communicate beauty as an experience. Something can be beautiful for how it was and not for how, it may seem to the human body. It's kind of like when you see somebody's soul, when you see somebody's aura, and you find it so beautiful, even though on the outside they may or may not be, conventionally attractive. You see somebody's soul, and that to you is beautiful. I've always had this. I've always like my parents didn't understand. I would see beauty as something internal and not external. So I had to learn how to navigate the physical realm in terms of beauty being something else. So let's go ahead and get more cards. We have Isis, rebirth. Yeah, it's kind of like you're rebirthing your soul somehow. Your soul is going, well, I don't think the soul can really be rebirthed. It's always constant. It's always there. It's more like your mind, your attitude towards this is being rebirthed, and understanding that your soul lives on another plane, that your soul really has its own minds and ideals of what life should be, and it will differ from what society tells you. It will differ from what your own body may want to tell you as well. And I have to sit for this because it's very deep. So you're learning to look at life through a more spiritual perspective. You're learning to look at life through a more energetic perspective, as opposed to that with thoughts or feelings. It's a little bit more than that. This is absolute transcendence of the soul here for you, pile 6. That's why I needed to do this pile, because I feel like no other pile has really had a message like this, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is spirit literally intervening to let you know that you're about to experience things so much differently, and it's going to feel so beautiful, because the energy I am tapping into is just, it's divine. It's so divine, and it feels beautiful and lovely, and I feel it so strongly in the heart, but also in the mind and in the head. And yeah, I feel like, I wish I could transmit these feelings sometimes when I'm doing readings, because I feel the energy so strongly and profoundly. Let's go ahead and get your last cards, and then some runes. For my pile 6, what needs to come through from the Cosmic Oracle? We have oneness. Yes, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I'm feeling. A oneness with soul, a oneness with spirit, a oneness with all the beautiful things that you are meant to encounter and replenish even within this lifetime. Let me censor this. Okay. We have self-realization, faith, and conduit. Number 11. Maybe some of you are life path 11s, and that could be of some resonance. But regardless, there's a feeling here that, and we have 5 and 6 here, which also add up to be 11. Maybe some of you are meeting people on this plane, or meeting people who are very similar to this type of energy, where all you do is feel, the soul, and it's so beautiful. This is definitely something, if you're talking about a person in a union, it's something tantric here. It's something that you can't help but have this kind of connection with this person, and it's going to feel so beautiful, so transcendent. It's more than just physical. It is something on an energetic plane that you didn't realize was possible. Very beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and get your runes. And even if you don't have anybody, I feel like this is going to be a new standard that you have for the people that come into your life. They have to have something spiritual. We have the blank rune, which is typically a rune of destiny. You can write your own destiny. You allow things to happen. It's all about you. We have Zeus, and I'm not surprised. This is wisdom, and I associate it with the third eye. The wisdom that you gain through living life, the wisdom that you gain through tapping into divine energy. In fact, this is the kind of energy that I was tapping into when I've had, very spiritual experiences, when spirit guides and gods and goddesses wanted to come through. This is very similar. We have Lagoose, healing. Like I said, some of you are healing here. That song that I was talking about in the beginning, go listen to it. Even if it's not your type of music, it is so otherworldly. And if you are hurting in any type of way, I promise you that song will heal some aspect of you. I was listening to it on repeat earlier today because it's so beautiful. And I don't get it, because the song itself is about an astronaut, a spaceman who kind of just loses himself in space, essentially, and you can interpret that in many ways, but it's very interesting. And we also have this is the rune of self. It's Suilo. You are really tapping into your base your most base core with oneness and Suwilo. You're learning who you are. You're learning about yourself, your significant role within this lifetime, your significant role here on earth, and maybe how you affect others as well. I feel like a lot of you are drawing in some sort of energy where you are meeting people at the heart, at the soul, in the mind. You're no longer going for artificial or superficial relationships here. You're not going for anything that is based skin deep. You are going for something so much deeper. And I feel like this is why it had to come through. The mystery here is that you always felt that something was off, that something was wrong with the people around you. And maybe you played around with that for a little bit because you had to have that human experience. But for a lot of you, you want a whole different set of people. You want a whole different energy. The people you used to resonate, or the lifestyle you used to resonate with in the past, is no longer going to be relevant to you going forward, is what I'm hearing. Because you've changed so much, because you've gone through so much healing, that you cannot help but be something entirely different now. And this is all truly very beautiful, pile 6. If this sounds like you, if this sounds like an experience you would like to take on or that you are ready for, let's go ahead and move on to the tarot to see what other messages want to come through for you. My goodness, this is... I've been tapping into Source all day. I've been going very heavy on the readings, and I'm glad because I always love that refreshing energy. Like, oh, I wish everybody did energy healing. I might start a channel with something like that. I know there's a lot of people who do energy cleanses here, but I might do something like that. To me, energy healing is very interactive. So it's not just something that I can like have a video of and that's it, though I know people do that and it works very well. For me personally, it's something very interactive because there's something about a chemistry between two people's energies that is calling out to me here. And maybe for some of you, this is what is happening between you and either somebody on your mind or somebody that is coming in if you don't have anybody on your mind. So let's go ahead and get your cards. We're using the tarot here, and we're just, again, free form. This is a mystery reading. I do not yet know what the title of this reading is, even here at my last pile, so it might be called something entirely different in the opening and the intro. So for my pile 6, let's see what's wanting to come through in this particular mystery reading. We have the Seeker of Swords. This is a whole new way of seeing things. I've already mentioned that. It's a new perspective, a new way of living life. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, because at one point you thought you had everything you wanted. This would be the person who has all the riches in the world, but their soul is still empty. In fact, I was listening to that song by Britney Spears earlier, Lucky. Isn't she lucky, that Hollywood girl? And they say she's so lucky, she's a star. But she cries in her lonely heart thinking, if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? It's like, yeah, I have everything around me, so why do I not feel like how I'm supposed to feel? Some of you are learning that material goods are not everything. They are important and essential. Yes, I'm not saying that you're going to lose all of that. I'm just saying you're going to learn a deeper, more fulfilling meaning to life. We also have the Fool. Yeah, you're going headfirst into this. This is a new beginning, a new journey, Nine of Wands. And a part of you is going to have a hard time letting certain old mentalities go. It's part of the process. You know, we resist a little bit. We get a little bit scared to let go. But here it's also like you're willing to let go, but you're also not afraid of the challenge. So there might be that kind of polarity to you. Let's go ahead and get one more card. We have the Chariot, progressing forward. How am I meant to take this? Reversed or not? Okay, reversed. Some of you have had a hard time moving forward with something, and this is part of the reason this is happening. You're meant to go through a bit of a spiritual awakening. For some of you, it might be your first, but we never have just one. We never have just one spiritual awakening. We have multiple. But for some of you, something was having a hard time moving forward, especially for those of you who have... I'm seeing somebody who encounters traffic a lot, or if you are in a work situation, you always get stuck with very slow, stagnant, sluggish energy somehow. Regardless of what it is, I've actually seen this. I've known people who, I love them dearly, but they always get stuck with certain situations that just drag them down or bog them down. And I'm like, that's a pattern within you. Do you want to figure out why that's happening? And that even happened to me at one point where I was going for like weeks where I just kept getting stuck behind the slowest cars for no reason at any time of the day. Like it was spirit trying to tell me that I was in the wrong energy, that something was off. And literally as soon as I let go of that situation, things became better again. You know, I suddenly started getting no traffic even in the busiest times. I started getting more free flowing more free-flowing movement, essentially. Let's go ahead and get more cards for you, pile 6, to clarify these. Or to add something else. Yeah, something that you've been wanting to start hasn't gotten off the ground for a reason, because you haven't been having the right mentality about this. This could also be seen as you putting everything into something but not bearing the fruits of your labor, or not, you know, reaping rewards here. We also have the King of Cups. How am I meant to take this? Upright. So for some of you, this could have been somebody important in your life. It could have been a father figure, and for some of you, it could have been if it's a lover, it could be somebody more in their masculine energy, regardless of their gender. There's something to do here with, oh, okay, I see what it is. It's like you've been in relationships where on the outside, it felt like it should have been perfect, right? They had a great job, they had the great looks, they treated you well, but there was something about the inside of that relationship. There was like a lack of feeling or a lack of soul that was keeping you from being happy. And at one point it was like you had this amazing relationship. So why didn't it work out? Because there was like a heart or an emotional blockage there between you and this person. The sun is shining so bright here. And I feel like this is just confirmation that this is what it is, because I know I've had to leave behind relationships that would otherwise very wonderful, very lovely. The person was perfect, but inside I was not physically fulfilled. I was not spiritually fulfilled. Because of the line of work that I do, I need somebody who can be up to my spiritual level, and that can be rather hard to find. So this is what I'm getting for some of you. Maybe you're dealing with something similar. Let's go ahead and clarify the Fool. We have the Queen of Swords. How am I meant to take her? No. Any which way is what I'm hearing. So you're definitely having a shift in a mindset, and I feel like that's going to help here. You're going from the Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords also takes into account her intuition and her internal state of being, dare I say her emotions. Even though she is the least emotional of the queens still preside over emotions. Therefore, she would rationalize her emotions. So it's kind of like you're bringing clarity to how you feel, and whether how you feel is even of importance here. And I'm hearing yes. In fact, I did the Athena reading a while ago, and I've always seen the Queen of Swords as Athena, right? Very clear thinking, very much a strategist. But in one particular pile, her emotions were coming through, saying that Athena was very much okay with emotions if they made sense to the strategy, if it made sense to you succeeding somehow. That's what I was hearing. So maybe, and in fact, she's even here in this particular card. I think this is her, yeah, with her, or it looks like her. So maybe some of you are being called to go to that Athena reading. I may link it in the description below if I remember. I know I'm always saying that, and I never link the readings in the description. So if you want to go look for that on my channel, I encourage you to do so. Let's go ahead and move on though. We're combining emotions and clear thinking here. We have the Page of Pentacles. I'm not surprised. He's been coming out in a lot of these. So I feel like a lot of you are starting certain things. Okay, I meant to take that whichever way it goes. So some of you are beginning a whole new identity, I'm hearing. A whole new way of living, a whole new identity, a whole new way of being. And maybe you're uprooting certain things. Like for some people, this is going to be a major shift for you, but for you, it feels very natural. So not everybody may understand why you are doing this, but you have to go along with it regardless. And again, the sun is shining so brightly. Can you even see that on camera? I know I can. That's why I have to explain it, and why I love to do my readings during the day. But the sun is the brightest it has been all day, and not just because it's noon, but because there's something here about the messages coming through. This is just confirmation from source that you're about to step into a whole new way of living. And then 9 of Cups, and this is how you seek true satisfaction. This is how you seek true wish fulfillment and happiness and joy. We have 3 9s here, so somebody here could be a life path 9, or somebody could be Life path 9s are interesting, and I've met a lot of them. They're very social creatures. They're very social people, or they just happen to know a lot of people. Like they're always in network. So I feel like for some of you, you are shifting the kind of people that you are going to be around, or you are networking with completely different modalities of people. Like it's just going to be a whole different community for you. 9 is a number of community. Back of the deck, we have the Magician. And what this is going to allow you to do is be able to manifest the life you've always wanted. You're going to have the life you've always wanted, not just wanted, but needed, really. And you're not going to realize how much you need it until you are there and realize, I don't know how I used to live the way I used to before, because what I am living now is so completely different. And the old me is just that, an old version of me that I could never go back to. There is a point of no return for some of you, pile 6. And sometimes spiritual awakenings can be that way. It's like, I'm thinking of the Matrix movies. Like once you've taken, was it the blue pill that wakes you up? You can no longer go back to living the way you used to, even though some people in that movie did want to. It just doesn't make sense anymore because you know the truth. And this is what some of you are stepping into, an awareness and a feeling of truth that you cannot back down from. And quite honestly, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, pile 6. Oh, I hope you're resonating with this. And if you are, let me know in the description below. Because this reading has been a little bit all over the place, but it's been very interesting. If you were called to any other piles, by all means, go ahead and do so, because every single pile has had something very unique to its nature. Yeah, 10 of Cups. We are stepping into complete emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. And this is going to be like the next step towards that. But for some of you, I feel like you never really want to reach that because you want to keep reaching for new heights. And that's an amazing... That's a great mentality to have. It's like, why stop here when we can continue getting more? So let's go ahead and get some closing advice. This is my handmade oracle. They're just postcards with beautiful writing on it. Beautiful in content, not beautiful in, not beautiful in my handwriting. My handwriting's a little sloppy. So we have, oh, this is pretty. Whatever you choose, you will be fine. Trust. Yes, whatever it is that you do, pile 6, you will be just fine. So trust source, trust the universe, trust your own heart here. We also have these two wanted to come out. Listen like the wolf, watch like the raven, and you will find wisdom. This is Anzus again. Didn't we get that in the runes? Yeah, you're tapping into divine energy here. You're tapping into your third eye and wisdom. Laughter is the language of the soul, Pablo Neruda. So some of you are going to be in a much better mood going forward. You're going to find the joy in everything. Some of you could even just be... This is the kind of energy where you're laughing every day with the people closest to you or with even strangers. Maybe you're just going to find humor in life and, you know, really share that contagious laughter around you. And then we have this one. The thoughts we choose to think are the tools we use to paint the canvas of our lives. Louise Hay. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. I love that you get all these quotes of inspiration and divine love and power here. Pile 6. This is beautiful energy. Let's get your last cards. The angel numbers for my pile 6. What have we got going on? I've been smiling this whole reading. I just really love this energy. We have 10. I am ingenious. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details. Then direct others how to carry things out. Yeah, some of you could be stepping into a leader kind of energy. Like maybe people want to follow you because of this. It's like they know you have a good head on your shoulders. They know you are connected to something more divine and they're going to want to follow you. Even if it's something that is not spiritual. You see this in the best leaders, in the best CEOs, in the best, you know, managers, teachers, whatever you want to call them. You know that they have something, that little extra something. And what that is a connection to their head, their heart, and their spirit. So let's go ahead and get your last cards, your Pokemon cards. For my pile 6. I'm so glad I did this reading. I really love it. Okay, so... we have, oh, okay. These two popped up just right away. We have Blastoise. Regret is sometimes unavoidable. Yeah, it's kind of like you might look back and have a few regrets about certain things or how they went down or not tapping into this kind of energy sooner. But you're meant to learn from that. It was just all part of the process. Everything here is in divine timing. We also have, is this Arcanine? Perform an integrity appraisal. Like I said, some of you, you're letting go of certain people, situations, or groups of people that you just at one point felt the need to vibe with, but now you no longer do. It's like you held on to them for survival's sake. You held on to them because you were told these are the kind of people you needed to be around, or even the environment, community, etc. But you're moving on to better things. Don't regret it so much, but move on to better things. Just know that it was all part of the journey. If you had never been there, you would have not known what this kind of life was like. You may have even taken it for granted, but don't be afraid. What's coming for you next is so much more better. It's going to be amazing. And I am claiming this energy for you, pile 6. Heck, I'm claiming it for me. I really do love this. But this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care.